Devil's advocates whisper in the hall, where justice wears a mask and truth begins to fall. Every thread they pull, every lie they weave, in the courtroom's dance, who's left to believe? Oh, the devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end. The devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end in sight. A photograph fades where the truth once stood. Blurred lines between the bad and the good. The scales they tilt with every silver tongue, while the broken cry for a song unsung. Black robes sway like shadows on the wall. One wrong word and the mighty fall. Who's a sinner? Who's a saint? The jury's out, but the verdict's faint. Oh, the devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end. The devil's in the details, hiding in plain sight, innocent until the gavel steals the light. True crime echoes through the hollow night, fighting injustice with no end in sight.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another Crimes After Dark episode. Tell me you can hear me. You guys wave at me and make sure I'm okay. Good. Okay. I thought it was the case, but I was like, man, everybody's awfully quiet. So look, what a shame in some regards that there's so few people here. This is a big night. I'll tell you, what I did today is I did a members only live. We've been going through the Brent Kopacka shooting incident related peripherally to the Idaho 4 case, right? Because there's some of us out there who have long said, look, Brent Kopacka's name has come up in Idaho 4 on a regular basis. We know he was a suspect. People called him and did the tip lines. And people thought that it was just coincidental that the guy happened to got shot and killed 1 month after the murders and had some rumors in the air about various things. And so we dug into the public records and we've been diving into it deeply. And today I decided to just kind of on the fly pull up what I thought was maybe a higher value target of the video footage. By the way, I will provide links to the files that you can go watch them raw. Tonight's not going to be raw files. I'm going to segregate out some clips for you tonight and the Brent Kopacka things that will shock a lot of people. I think it's going to shock a lot of people. It's certainly going to have a lot of talking value for our panel. So I hope that the panel is ready for a big discussion on what I hear. Hopefully you guys agree with me in the things that I hear, but I'm excited. It looks like Dago's excited. He's dancing in the backstage. So yeah, so I'm going to bring my panelist up on stage. We'll talk about some of those shocking moments on the audio that I'm going to play. We're going to play quite a bit of audio. I did do real quick. Well, let's just get the panel up first. I will introduce our video clip before we start working on it. So let me bring the in the order that we're backstage. There is Dago. What's up?
Yeah, forget about it. What's happening, sir?
I'm excited about tonight.
I kind of am too. Yes,
I'm really excited about tonight.
Yes, I am. I'm thank you again for having me. Welcome to all of the meatballs and the amazing blue crew from my side of the fence. And again, wonderful to see all the denizens and Miss Robin and everybody here tonight and all the people on this side. I'm getting so tired of it. We're all together as far as I'm concerned at this point. We're one big happy family, and that's what I'm grateful to be here with. So thank you again for having me, Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a fantastic deal. We say it all the time, but that's because we really mean it. It's a super cool collaboration, and the vibe is just right. Yeah.
I look forward to this every damn day. I'm telling you.
I do too. I do 100%. In fact, sadly, I have to take tomorrow off because I do have to study for my pilot's exam. Not my pilot as in really flying, but the drones, unmanned aerial crafts, and so I have to go take that test tomorrow. And I need to not tomorrow. I'm going to take it Thursday, but I got to study all day tonight. I got to hit the books, and tomorrow I got to finish it up.
We'll take care of it tomorrow.
Yeah, I know you guys will. That's the best thing. You're such a good fit that you just dovetail right into the show. I might as well just fucking shut that. You want my channel? You can just have my channel. I'm just gonna fucking quit. It's your channel now.
All right, guys. 1-1 and Robin and Joe, you guys are gonna get a little bit of a raise, not much, but a little. Come on,
that sucks. Yeah. I don't even pay my people. That sucks.
Neither do I. Don't worry. Neither do I.
I need it. This boss works me to the bone, man.
Yes, I know. I wish I could, though. I promise you that.
What do you got going on tonight, 1-1?
Evening denizens, meatballs, Dago, JJ backstage,
What's happening?
Robin, Queen on the scene, Boss Man. Lots of stuff going on today. I'm looking forward to this show.
Me too. I'm
only heard a little bit of it earlier, but I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes.
God, I hope it didn't oversell it. I hope it didn't oversell it.
I don't think anything could. You guys need to go get your friends that are in here already and come back. Go get them all. Bring them back.
Right? Yes. I'm kidding you not. You are missing out if you do not participate in this. I mean, it's on replay, but you want to be live. And by the way, I think we should do 1-1. You might have a monologue tonight. Let's bring the rest of the guest up. And then do it because then we're all on stage and they're not waiting for you. So I'm going to bring Robin on. I'll get it. And by the way, we're going to do better. We've made a pledge. Oh, I got stuff all over Robin's face. I'm going to take that out.
I was going to say, Robin got a bunch of tattoos.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, how you doing tonight, Robin?
I'm good. Thanks. Good to be here with you, gentlemen, and everyone out there in the den. This is exciting crap, people. I'm telling you. Share it, please, with anyone you know who is interested in this case.
Yes.
Because this is, and I'm not overselling it. It is exciting stuff. I heard some things today and my mind went when I heard it. So this is really exciting. And hello to the Blue Crew. Hello to the meatballs over there in the sauce. So always glad to have everybody here with us, and make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, because there's all kinds of good stuff coming. You're not going to want to miss it. So
yes, I'm super excited. We got AR Hayes dropped in the house as well, and we probably have other people in here that have channels. So if I didn't recognize your channel, I really apologize about that. Well, we're going to try to do a lot better on audience participation. Robin, we're going to and others are going to take down those comments that we didn't get to, and we're going to make an effort the next night to say, hey, we saw this comment come in last night and we didn't have time because we're a bunch of motor mouths. So we apologize, and we'll take a little time out at the start of or the middle of next show to address some of the comments we didn't get time to talk about. So let's put JJ on stage. Go ahead.
Just real quick, to that end, it'll really help us out, myself and the mods, if after the video, over in the comments sections, you put your question and put question for the next, something to that effect, so that we can go through the comments and take down your questions that you want answered, and we'll try to get to as many as we can. We're never going to get to all of them like each and every night, but we will get to them at some point. So we really want to, further our sense of community here and grow our community. You guys are super important to us. So this is something that we want to do, so that, people don't feel left out or whatever. So especially, like our replay crew and everybody, but please make sure you're leaving us your questions. We will do our very best to get to them. So, okay, I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Well, that's great. We need to make a double down on our effort and kind of make it work somehow. JJ, what's up? How are you doing tonight?
Mike.
Oh, you're muted. That's how well you're doing.
What's up, everybody? I'm good. What's up, Dan? What's up, meatballs? Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, buddy.
We are super excited to be together again. I feel bad because I talk so much. I have all these talented people on screen with me, and then I talk the shit out of stuff, and they're like, so I'll come back like in a half hour when you're done talking, because I don't leave a lot of space for my own panel, but I'll try to do good. But tonight is an exception because tonight we got a lot of audio to listen to. The audio file that I've got again came from public records. And by the way, is there anything we needed to catch right now in the comments? Just quick. I mean, there's a lot of people to say hi to. I could shout out everybody's name right now, but Tommy Boy Charm and Yards. We've got a lot of names I've seen before. I don't want to spend forever just shouting out name. Hemisphere, Phoenix Rising, a lot of names. We see Amanda, of course, regular. So there are a lot of names in here, and that's one thing I'm horrible about, right? It's just I don't want to waste everyone else's time with just shouting out names. I probably should have done better. I really kind of suck at this part. I suck at this part. Hopefully I'm good at the other parts, or at least decent at the other parts, but I certainly suck at the
Let me introduce us.
Oh, yeah. Give us a monologue.
It's not too long tonight. So,
okay.
Love you, Jackson, Juliana, my wife. Have a good night. Love you guys.
That's awesome.
In the dark, when the headlines fade and the cameras turn away, there are still questions and there are still voices that refuse to go silent. This is where the true crime community gathers, not for spectacle, not for clicks, but for truth. Because justice doesn't come from one perspective. It comes from challenge, from doubt, from people willing to look again and ask the questions no one else will. Here, theories collide, narratives are tested, and official stories are questioned. We don't claim certainty, we demand accountability. Every document matters. Every timeline matters. Every voice matters. In a world where truth is buried beneath noise, we dig. Together, this is the true crime community at its most powerful. Not divided, not distracted, but united in the pursuit of truth and justice. Welcome to Devil's Advocates. And with that, live from New York, it's Tuesday night.
I'm excited to hit this thing. Somebody said, and it was a longtime supporter, that we've become an echo chamber. Do you think we're an echo chamber? Do we echo mainstream media sentiments in any fucking way whatsoever? I just don't feel like that's even remotely our channel.
Not that I've ever felt.
And maybe they said we're a conspiracy theorist channel. I don't even think we're that. Like we've made attempts to kind of tone down the conspiracy theory angles and focus on real questions. Now, having said that, here's the thing. Tonight's gonna lead some of those questions to the conspiracy theory. What the fuck really happened that night with Brent Kopacka? When we watch this, it's gonna be watching. There's gonna be video and audio together with these clips that I got together, and I got 9 clips. The last clip's the longest, so to brace yourself. By the way, let me tell you a few things about this real quick. And again, I don't know that we need to go through a whole summary of who Brent Kopacka is, but so hopefully you know. If you don't know, and I get a few people saying, you know what, should we put a poll? We should put a poll up there and say how many people already know the basics of who Brent Kopacka is. Do we need to do a poll like that? Cover me for a minute while I'm going to get a poll ready so we can get a little bit of interaction.
The question is going to be, I'll type it up while you're doing it too.
Okay.
All right.
Let's how do we word it? I want to say if they're somewhat familiar, really familiar, or like experts in Kopacka.
Are you familiar with Brent Kopacka? Yes, no, or well, I mean, I guess we can make it simple. Like, are you familiar with him? Yes, no, or I don't know.
Sure.
Or you know, I mean, or his role in his
yeah. Do you? I should say this. Are you familiar with how Brent Kopacka may fit into Idaho 4?
There
yes,
you go.
No, or somewhat. How about that?
That sounds good.
Start a poll. Okay, here we go. Are you familiar with how Brent Kopacka may fit into Idaho 4? Yes, no, or somewhat. Is that good enough?
Sounds good to me. 1 second. We finished the somewhat, and I'm ready.
All right, let's fire it off right now.
Bang.
Bada bing. We don't have a super big audience, so we won't wait for 100. We'll wait for like 40 votes or something like that. And we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah, share this out, you guys, please. It's gonna be
fire in the hole.
So far, I got an even split between yes, they know it's 70, not even split. 73% are saying they know about how are familiar how Brent Kopacka fits into Idaho 4, and 27% somewhat. Nobody is completely clueless in our audience about Brent Kopacka, which would make sense.
A good thing.
I got 87% said yes, and 13 said somewhat, and 0 says no.
Oop, I got 3% now on have no clue about Kopacka. So very small percentage. We won't take that, unfortunately, tonight and cover the whole how it is, because it's such a small. You've got 0% on your side. I've got 3%.
Now I have 6%.
Sons of bitches. All right, we'll be brief, right? So 1 month and 2 days after the Idaho 4 murders, a person by the name of Brent Kopacka in Pullman, Washington, where Brian Kohberger came from, allegedly for this killing, was shot and killed by a SWAT on December 15th, at the same time that Brian Kohberger and his dad were heading back east to Pennsylvania. Many people have speculated that there was some kind of weird connection between Brian Kohberger and Kopacka, or Kopacka and the murders, and that some people theorize that law enforcement, FBI, whatever, was looking into Brent Kopacka as a possible person in the Idaho 4, and that because of that might have gotten him killed, and then they just simply kind of shifted the narrative to Brian Kohberger, either because they were together when they did it, or once he died, they had to find somebody else that was alive to go after, something to that effect. So a lot of people have felt that Brent Kopacka was either actually involved in the Idaho 4 murders, or at least suspected of the Idaho 4 murders, whether he really did or not, and that got him killed in a standoff. He was 82nd Airborne paratrooper, ranger, not a ranger, but he did fight behind enemy lines. He did receive a Purple Heart. He had PTSD. He had drug issues, alcohol issues, multiple mental health issues that were reported by law enforcement. And anyways, so I have long had a reason to believe Kopacka had some kind of relationship with Brian Kohberger. And so I've gone after a lot of public records requests, and I've in part asked for everything on the Brent Kopacka shooting incident. Now, by the way, you guys, here's what bothers me. Remember, I was showing a photo the other night of where Brent Kopacka's body was supposed to be. It was a big black box over where his body was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I've been told that people have seen his actual body.
Yes.
So I need to ask the $1 million question. How the fuck else was I supposed to ask the question for public records? Did I say, give me the public records, but go ahead and redact everything for me and give other people the fucking full of it? Like, did that come out as a leak?
That's a good point.
Because what was I supposed to ask differently? I asked for all the records and they gave me redacted. So if people got an unredacted photo, how come I got the redacted photo?
That Jussie was in here last night or night before last and said that there's a body there. They saw it. They got the unredacted. I'm like, you did ask that, didn't you?
I asked for all of the records. It should already be unredacted. It should anything that's available for the public should already be unredacted. I shouldn't have to specify, hey, give me the real version, not the there's no way to word that. You either ask for the public records or you're not.
Yes.
So, but here's the thing. Is it possible that people have seen his body, got it from a leaked photo? Did somebody leak it from an insider who had the photo and put it out in the public? Because that would be a reason. Like they could be blocking it, but maybe a leaked photo got out there. So,
well, now here's one other thing I'll throw out there real fast. And I'm not saying that person is what they got. I've seen this start to happen out here, unfortunately, where I've seen what I guess would be AI images where people are projecting other images on top of things. I'm not saying that that's what that person had, but I have seen other things that are that. So,
yeah,
and that's the thing.
Like, it'd be good to get it from them, you know.
Yes,
right. That's just it. If it's out there, I'd like to see it with my own two eyes. Not only do I want to see it with my own two eyes, but I want to know that they got it from the official source, and it wasn't like Dago said, where it was like, because people will be like, create me an image of what it would look like, and then they get AI to do it, and they're like, here it is, this is what it is, and you're like, yeah, but you had to prompt AI to create that image. So we need to know that I'm still inclined to believe there's no photo out there of Brent Kopacka. There's no video of him, but people are saying there is. And again, until I see the receipts and proof where it came from, again, why would Pullman give me the redacted version and other people unredacted versions? Right. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. They got the word from MPD about you.
That's possible. that is possible. All right, listen. I'm gonna start playing some videos. Some video clips. I got 9 clips. They're all queued up in one big long video. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the stage. And oops, I'm not gonna do that one. We just watched that one.
We just watched that one.
Okay, that's it right there. Okay, so it's 9 clips. Each one starts with clip number. By the way, I know at some point I'm going to spell the word cigarettes wrong. I don't smoke, never did smoke, so I don't know how to spell cigarettes. Apparently, I spelled it wrong one time, and my wife caught it, and she's like, "Oh my God, you spelled cigarettes wrong, you dumbass!" So I fixed it, but then I realized later on I left another version of cigarettes in there, so I spelled it wrong. It's not going to be the only typo. Let me explain some things real quick. And yes, this is going to be a trigger warning. Let me explain some things. You know that I don't like enhanced audios. And you know that I don't like putting text on the screen, having to tell you what you're about to hear. Because once I tell you what you're about to hear, you almost can't unhear it. Having said that, I felt that I was going to do it in this case, and I'm going to give you 2 reasons. What I have done is I've raised the volume on this file, and hopefully, I didn't play the sample, but I raised the volume, and it's super loud. When I exported it, I hope it didn't crush the sound. It should have left it in the elevated audio. So it's going to be pretty hot. It's going to be pretty loud. And it's because a lot of the sound of Brent Kopacka is in the distance, right? He's 2 floors up around a corner. And so we're trying to hear what Brent Kopacka said. Here's the difficulty. I highly recommend you listen to this on headphones. But if you do so, be prepared. When a gunshot goes off, it's fucking loud. And I'm already raising the volume up so you can hear the voice. So when that gunshot goes off, it's going to hurt the ears if you've got sensitive ears. So you might want to keep your headphones on with your hands on it and pull it away from your ear when you hear the first gunshot. And if it's too much, I guarantee you want to back that ass down because there's a lot of gunshots.
People in the chat are saying there's no sound.
We're not playing it yet.
We didn't start.
No, I just said that, but they said, they said the last
for our
5
whole
minutes,
show,
there's
or
no sound.
So they think the whole sound has no show?
Is it the whole show, or is it just the clip, you guys?
We need to clarify that.
I just tried to clarify that. So maybe some people are having sound issues. I don't know.
I'm saying they hear it okay.
Okay, Amanda says she hears us fine. All right. So
trigger warning, folks, probably. For some of you might get triggered. I threw that out there just in case.
Yeah. So there's been rumors for a long time that no shots were actually fired. Nobody heard any gunfire. There's lots of gunfire on all the audios we've seen of body-worn camera footage. Unless they are going to a colossal effort to fake this, there was gunfire, a lot of gunfire. Maybe 15 shots from Brent Kopacka, a couple of shots from a sniper at least. Okay. This video tonight is going to present the possibility of an actual full-on gunfight inside the house. Wow. It's gonna be fucking nuts. Yeah. By the way, as a surprise, I'm gonna tell you a few surprises up front, because when you see it, I don't want to talk over it. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna mute all of our panel so that you can hear it, because otherwise I'm gonna talk the fuck out of it, right? So I'm not gonna talk about. That's another reason why I'm putting text on, because I don't want to talk and pause to you and tell you what you heard. So I put my text on screen to show you what I think I'm hearing. Again, warning. It's going to be trigger warning. There are some racist comments. There's at least one racist comment. And real quick, I want to address that. Somebody's going to say, I heard it wrong when I put my when I typed the racist word that was said. I didn't hear it wrong. I'll guarantee you that word is said many other times. And one of the officers even talks about how he's a racist. So when you hear the word and you're not sure he said it, that's what he fucking said. That's what he said. And again, whether it's Kopacka or not, that's another $1 million question.
Thank you
You're
for
awesome.
the gift. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for gifting membership to someone. A random person got a membership. That's super awesome. So that's one trigger warning. I gave you the noise warning, so you might want to play it without headphones, because I did put text on screen. I'm making my best guess at the voices. Some of the audio I left untitled or uncaptioned because I figure it's good enough or it's not important. We're really focusing mostly on Brent Kopacka's words and some of the officers' words. So it's not every single word, because it would take me forever. And by the way, I ran out of time. I was at it for hours doing the annotations on this file for you. And the last few minutes, 5 minutes or so, is going to be where I'm going to put a screen thing that says I ran out of time. So the rest of it, you're going to have no subtitles. So, but you'll at least start to know what to listen for. What else did I got to tell you? So there's the trigger warning about the racist comment. There's one moment where it's super loud because and it's just going to hit you right off the bat. It's going to be a clip that starts out with a motorized vehicle, an armored vehicle that's running, its engine's running, and it's really fucking loud. So it starts right off the bat. Again, if you had headphones, it's going to make you jump out of your skin. Unfortunately, it's just a few seconds you have to hear because the officer walks away and goes and addresses a woman inside the apartments. And when he gets in to have that conversation in the hallway, we need to have it at full volume. Here's what I didn't want to do. There's a reason why. I know I'm being long-winded, guys. There's a reason why I could have taken time to bring down the gunshots, right? So it didn't hurt your ears when the gunshots happen. But I don't like manipulating the audio. You're going to hear all hot and you'll be able to hear the gunshot in relation to the voices, or it's all muted, but I'm not going to do this mutant part of it, whatever, because that's the shit that I get mad about, was when you pull down certain places. So yes, we're going to hear it pretty loud and hot for the conversation. And when a gunshot goes off, it's fucking loud. So just be warned about that. And again, what else? I got a couple more points. There are moments in this audio, I will tell you right now, where it feels like they are overlaying audio on top of other audio. There's two people talking at once that seem like it's Brent Kopacka twice overlaid on each other. So it seems like there's, as Joe would say, some fuckery going on. There's some moments where the sound is abruptly cut off. Same kind of thing. Indications of fuckery on the audio. In fact, by the way, when the racist word is used, just as a tip, by the way, see if you don't hear a southern drawl in the voice, which doesn't sound like Brent Kopacka. I'm not even sure if Brent Kopacka is the one that said it. And the last shocker that I'm going to give you is a food for thought as you're listening to it, and so I can just shut up. I think we've gotten all of my main things. Here's a shocker. There's a moment, and I kept it in here, where a woman on the 111, apartment 111, she has a dog. I jokingly said she gets voted as dumbest person in Pullman for the month of December in 2022, because she literally comes out in the middle of a firefight and says, "Hey, my dog has to pee. Is it okay if I take my dog out here to pee?" And the officer has to tell her, "This is really not a good time." Like, do you really need to be told, as your whole parking lot's full of SWAT and there's gunfire going off, that maybe now's not a good time to go pee your dog?
Yeah, you get the dumbass of the year award for that one for sure.
Oh, there's another one though. There's a guy that shows up that's runner up. He stands up on the top of the hill, shouting out and drawing fire like at him up there at the top of the hill that I caught on things. So yeah, apparently she's got a contender for dumbest person in Pullman during.
Wow. Thank you, Michelle F. so very much for that. God bless. We appreciate you. That's insane, Lee. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. But listen, here's the shocker. That's potentially a shocker. There are times on the audio when I pointed out to my audience that I hear a woman crying. I hear a woman in distress and a woman crying. And I said, well, how the fuck is a woman in there? Can you hear and I asked him, like, do you hear the woman crying in the background? And they're like, yeah. And so you can't explain that until here's this weird moment. We're going to play it for you when we do these clips. The woman inside the house, or the apartment 111, says to the officer, "Is this about the couple who is fighting? Do you want history?" There was a domestic violence incident at that apartment. And she said, "Is this about the people who are fighting?" And he's like, "No." So was there a domestic violence going on with a husband and wife, or a girlfriend, boyfriend, or something like that, shouting and woman crying, that's kind of overlaying some of the audio? Was there literally a domestic violence situation happening in the same apartment at the same time? And if so, it makes some sense. And it's crazy to think that it's going on at the same time. All right. Are we good to go?
Yes, sir.
Good to go.
All right, I'm going to play one clip at a time. Again, they're all numbered, so it'll go to a black screen here in a minute. They kind of get progressively longer. Again, put your headphones on if you can handle it. It will be loud. Be prepared to pull them off if you can't handle it. And let's go.
Do it live.
Let's do it live. All right, I'm going to go full. I think we don't have to go full screen. There's not a lot of visuals, so make sure that you guys can hear it when I put it on. Okay, all right, it's rolling. Here it comes. Wait. Get your sound?
Yep.
Guns racking again.
He just said anyone in the 300 level, get out. He said anyone in the 300 level, get out of here.
Said I will kill you.
Let me unmute my Let me unmute everybody. I realized we had some open mics in the background, and I was already hearing bleed over, so I'm trying to avoid that. Robin, I don't think I can unmute you for some reason. So maybe because you have superpowers, I can't unmute somebody with superpowers. So not a lot there, but did you hear the kind of woman crying in the background in that clip?
Absolutely.
I want to point out another thing too. You hear what sounds, either he's consistent with his delivery, or if you believe there's fuckery, oh no is said over and over and over again.
Yes.
It always sounds the same, and it almost sounds like it's the same fucking thing. Oh no,
Like a loop.
oh no,
Like a loop.
You hear it a lot. Is he doing that, or did they loop something? I don't want to believe that they would go to the level of fuckery on the audio, but just keep that in mind when you're hearing all those oh no's. How many times does it sound exactly the same to you?
Can I remind you of one thing?
Yeah.
The Idaho 4911 call. Just remember that.
As far as fuckery on the audio. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Clip 2. I'm going to mute everybody first. All right, let me get some unmuting of people going that I can. All right, Robin, you're going to take care of yourself on unmuting. So not a super lot there, but I want you to get used to the sounds. Keep in mind, what you're hearing a lot of banging around is allegedly Brent Kopacka throwing shit, knocking shit over, breaking his window out, a lot of slamming. We can hear it pretty freaking clear. Is it pretty loud for you guys on the sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the last clip where that guy standing on the first floor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you hear the "Oh God, no" in the background.
Yeah.
Twice, I think I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, the recording that we're watching is all from an officer by the name of Darren, and he's with a female named Bree. And from time to time, you'll hear Wade from the Pullman Police Department talking to them. So there's one point you'll hear Wade say, "Darren and Bree, back up." Oh, I didn't tell you this. Big moment coming up. I gotta tease it ahead of time. Do you remember everybody talking about the beanbag comment?
Yep.
I am certain that's not what was said. Here's what happens. You'll hear it on the dispatch in the faint in the background. You'll hear what is that thing everybody hears is beanbag. I'll guarantee you what is. You tell me if I'm wrong. I should say. Actually, here's what it says: big bang, and the officers back the fuck up, and then you hear them launch through his window, and they go fuck, and then there's a huge explosion. That's what they're being told: big bang, and the cops then back up because they're shooting around into his room and exploding it. And that's what sounds like beanbag. It's actually them calling out big bang, and all the officers back the fuck up immediately, and they were like, oh fuck, because game is on when that happens.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong when you hear that. All right, let's go again. Let's mute everybody.
He shot off a round.
All right, let's bring people back online. There's a lot of talk about what he said about murder. Some people said, I didn't murder those kids. I didn't murder this, whatever. I heard this time, and I kept playing it over and over again. It sounds like he says, I'm going to fucking murder them. And the cop says, did he just say he's going to murder them? And then he kind of says it again. So is that what you guys heard, or did I just predispose everybody?
That's what I heard.
I heard that.
Okay.
I'm writing it down every time I hear something. So yeah.
All right. Any other comments about that before we continue?
Who's them? Who's he talking about? If that's true.
Yeah, that's it. Right. That's the $1 million question. I assume here's the thing. The narrative, I think, is Brent Kopacka, if it's really him, is getting fucking tired of that cop that's been saying the same thing all night long. He eventually tells him, I'm tired of your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. And the guy's like, I'm going to do this all night long. So I think he's getting pissed off at that guy. And he's like, I'm going to fucking murder them if they don't shut the fuck up.
There you go.
Right?
That makes sense.
That's kind of what happened. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to mute and check this next clip.
Never my eyes on for this one.
All right. That had some crazy shit in it. So I don't know. I know Dago looked away when I did the line, oh God, I killed an eagle. Like, and I do think it's very possible Brent Kopacka is having delusions. He's seeing things. He's either hallucinating or having delusions. And so while he's screaming and yelling about how he wants his fucking wallet, I want my fucking cell phone, I want my fucking alcohol, I'm fucking drunk, I hate you. Then he fires off a round and he's like, oh, I killed an eagle. It's almost comical. It's almost comical with I killed an eagle kind of thing. But I don't see an eagle.
It sounded to me like he said, I killed an angel.
I heard eagle.
I heard eagle.
Yeah, I heard eagle.
And then again, I put it on screen, so you're going to be predisposed to hear what I saw. But I kept playing it back and forth. It sounded like he said eagle to me.
I heard. That's what I thought I heard. Yeah.
So if he's having delusions, keep in mind that there was a point where a male officer, we're not going to hear it tonight on this clip session, but there's a point where an officer says, he just said he sees bodies out front. And then she says, yeah, and he's going to go suck them off in the parking lot, he just said.
Right.
So was he having major delusions? Did he think he shot an eagle? Did he think he sees bodies in the parking lot? Is he hallucinating? It's very possible. But anyways, for what it's worth, I thought that was super clean audio. That's some of the cleanest audio we've ever heard.
Yes. And I'd also like to know what his BAC was too during the autopsy. If there was one done, I'm curious to know if he was actually drunk. Just saying.
Yeah. All right, let's go to another one. I'm going to mute us all. Oh, I will tell you, I think this clip is the one that starts with the armored vehicle running, and so it's going to be pretty loud when it pops on.
What's going on?
I have a dog. When can I take him out potty? Do you guys know?
Um,
Is everything okay, first of all?
No. Like,
What's happening?
it's under. So we're having issues with someone that won't come out of their apartment right now.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. And so being outside of the building is not a great idea right now.
Okay.
So your dog has to go potty?
Yeah, but it's okay. He can hold it. I was just wondering.
Hopefully this gets resolved in the next hour or so, okay?
Okay.
That's kind of just where the situation's at, unfortunately.
Okay. Do you guys need any information? Does it have to do with the couple?
No, it's...
Okay.
No.
Okay, just
Sorry.
making sure.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
heard someone fighting earlier, so I was like...
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, and again, the kind of shocking moment is, one, the stupidity of, can we take our dog out and potty in the middle of a firefight, but then the whole does this have to do with the couple, and do you want the history because they were fighting earlier this night? Was there a domestic going on that night? Was there a and so you have to wonder if that could have been going on still at that time. Did she think the domestic fight was still going on, and she was trying to get them the history of that night, of what had been going on that night?
It sounds like it. When she said you needed info. Yeah.
Somebody had asked me to replay clip 4. I'm going to take a quick poll to see if that's something that everybody wants. So I'll just, should I replay clip 4? I just want to take a quick poll. Yeah.
I just can't believe they didn't evacuate this building.
Nope.
Well, they're a bunch of idiots.
Keeps going right through me. Like,
they're morons. They're a bunch of idiots. That's why.
Yeah.
And this is their elite unit. This is the SWAT. They're supposed to, when it comes to tactics, this is supposed to be like their top unit.
That's my big issue too. First thing they do.
Garbage. I mean, I have new officers out of the academy that I work with that would have evacuated the building. This is insane.
Every standoff I've ever experienced, whether it's small, big, whatever, the first thing they do is evacuate the situation, everything around it, clearly.
Right. Because think about it. Again, I've said it.
Through the floor?
Yeah. Their main job is to preserve life. Kopaka, obviously, he's a danger to himself, right? We know that. They evacuated his roommates, so there's no one else in the apartment, as far as we know. So, if you evacuate the building, definitely the immediate area around him, he can't hurt anyone.
Right.
There's no one there.
I got 83% of my people said yes. Replay clip 4.
Yeah, I had a same thing, about 75% in clip 4, so I figured it's worth it. There was a lot in clip 4. It's hard to jump through this to get right to. Is it that one with all that fucking cell phone and shit? Was the clip 4? I
think so. Yeah. That was the Eagle one, right?
Yeah, I'm having a hard time fine tuning. There we go. There we go. It's clip 3. There's clip 4. Okay. All right, we're gonna replay clip 4 by request. I kind of heard Angel that time.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I still heard Eagle.
I
Did
heard
you?
Angel.
See, this
I
is
heard
the
Angel
problem.
now.
I heard Angel too. This is the problem. This is why I fucking can't stand text over screen, right? Because you hear what you've been predisposed to hear.
Put up a poll, DA.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna show my poll. Hold on, let's get this going here.
Lee, could you play that? Could you play that little part one more time?
I'll try to do, yeah. Before I take the poll, I guess I'll do that. So, does he say I killed? Oops, killed it. Killed it. Actually, I should say, what does Kopaka say? What does Kopaka say? And the options will be, oh God, no, I killed an eagle, or I killed an angel. And I'll say something else. Just give them an option. So the poll that I'm going to put up is, what does Kopaka say? I killed an eagle, I killed an angel, or something else. If he killed an angel, that's even funnier in a way. As far as like, it's not a funny situation. Don't get me wrong. It's not a funny. So don't look at my text on the screen. If you want to not be, I'm going to play the whole clip one more time because there's a lot in that clip, right?
Yeah. I have the poll ready too whenever you're ready.
All right, let's wait until the clip is done and then we'll run the poll. All right, here we go. Okay.
Never my eyes on for this movie.
All right.
I don't believe it. I heard Angel now.
I heard Angel
too. Yep.
All right, let's do the poll. Did Kopaka say, oh God, I killed an eagle, or oh God, I killed an angel, or something else?
You ready?
Right now. Yep, running it now.
I can't believe I heard Angel that time.
Yeah, I can't believe I heard eagle the first time.
Because I heard like angel. That ja is what.
Right, I heard the hard. I heard the hard G. Yeah. The first time I heard a hard G. This is what's so sucky about audio.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right. So far I'm running about 67% angel and 25% eagle and 8% something else.
I'm at 75% angel, 15% something else, and 10% eagle.
Interesting.
I think everybody's hearing angel.
Yeah, apparently I suck at my captions. So take that with a grain of salt.
It is what it is, boss.
It is what it is. All right, let's watch clip 5. Wait, we watch clip 5, right? We kind of backed up, so we don't need to rewatch clip 5.
I think we're up to 6.
Let's go to 6. This is the hallway conversation about the couple and wanting to take the dog out for a pee in the middle of a gunfight. Fucking kills me. All right, here we go. Let's go muted and do clip 6.
From that one sounded like it exited the window.
Now, like I said, I know people are going to say I heard that wrong, and that's not what he actually says. But there are times later that you hear that word over, and she says, "Well, he's a racist and a criminal."
Why did I hear shell casing hit the ground?
Yeah,
Right?
that's what I said earlier today.
Right? And why does it sound like if he had it sounded like he had a southern drawl. It doesn't even sound like Kopacki anymore that says that. I'm not even sure Kopacki is the one that said that phrase.
It didn't sound like him at all.
I think we need to hear it again because I don't know if enough people have heard Kopacki's voice. That doesn't even sound like Kopacki's voice to me. It seems like it's so out of place.
Right. Yeah.
And to be fair,
they were doing a hell of a job of de-escalating, let me tell you.
Oh, they did great.
Yeah. Good negotiating.
And I don't know that the person says pop his ass, but that's what it sounds like to me. And by the way, if that is, there's a moment, again, when I told you there was a runner-up for stupidest person in Pullman, there was she yells at a guy who's up on the hill and he's shouting down at them on the thing. And I think it's that guy who's like shouting, pop his ass, pop his ass. It's like onlookers that are trying to get them to want to see the SWAT kill somebody in a standoff is what it looks like.
Stupid ass people.
All right, let's play that again.
From that one sounded like it exited the window.
All right. So what do you guys think about that?
That absolutely did not sound like the same guy that was just talking. I'm telling you right now.
It doesn't. There's like, it's either he's not saying the word that I think he is, because and again, they comment about him being a racist later, but it sounds like there's like a drawl to it. It's like it's like a sound at the end, and not, it's like, this.
Or like he got that thug voice type sounding thing going on. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Kopacki to me.
But here's the biggest question that I have. You're hearing this from the first level.
Yes.
Would his dialogue be that clear?
Clear.
If it's on the third floor.
And he's back in a room too, JJ.
Right.
I think it's exceptionally loud. I think it's exceptionally loud for where it should be. Up on the third floor from there.
Yeah.
I always thought it was exceptionally loud for there.
Explain to me why we hear a gunshot and then a shell casing hit the ground. That's too small of a sound to be a canister. That was a shell casing hitting the ground.
Right.
Yeah. And Rachel agrees that's definitely not his accent on that whole racist comment. I don't think that's his voice. I don't think it sounds like his voice.
It doesn't at all. Not at all.
Maybe we're crazy. All right. Clip 7. Let's do this. Let me mute it. Now that's a weird one to me. What's with that wailing? What was that?
Did he get shot?
I don't think so, but I don't know what it is.
Can you play that again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead, Robin. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say it almost reminds me of not singing necessarily, but it's weird.
I mean, if
it doesn't sound like
I went
sound like someone getting shot. It would be you would hear more. There would be more.
This is wild. This is crazy.
All right, because it's such a short clip, I'm just gonna everybody hold their breath. We're just gonna leave you off mute. I don't know what to make of that.
I'm gonna tell you something else I heard too, and one I want you to tell me if you hear this. That wailing sounds like it's just like maybe he's just being miserable. But did you hear that last pop? Did you hear a reload?
Yes, I did. I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like a canister type thing. It was kind of like a chink or something. I don't know. It was I don't know what exactly, but it did seem like either a rack, a slide rack, or
Yes.
yeah, I definitely heard that as well. So things that make you go, All right. Well, only 2 more clips. The last clip's really, really long, and I end my redactions. Maybe you're going to be thankful that I ended not my redactions, my annotations, because you're like, you suck. You heard eagle. It was fucking an angel. So anyway, so maybe you guys think I suck with my annotations, anyways. But let's do clip 8, and then part of 9 is going to be annotated, and then it'll be the rest that we just have to make up our own imagination. Okay, here we go.
You're gonna be here a while.
Yeah.
Especially now that he's popping off shots. I think the gas just pissed him off.
That's nice.
Make sense of that shit. Who says Brent Kopaka? What's the context of that? And I think it was a little distasteful to do I think the gas just pissed him off, and she's like, that's nice.
And then it sounded like somebody was making fun of him because they said
Could be,
Brent
yeah.
Kopaka, like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be someone else from the building too that's around.
Yeah.
'Cause they did such a great job at getting, evacuating the building. So
And yes, I think we determined the other night that the gas more than likely did piss him off.
Yeah.
As I would think it would,
Yeah. And again, no de-escalation tactics whatsoever. And
Nothing.
the worst part is when they piss him off, they laugh like it's funny.
Yes.
There's another moment where they laugh when they hurt him. And they think it's funny. And I think that's bad taste. I mean, again, in the real life situation, maybe you're under stress and you laugh at inappropriate times. I can give you that, but it's bad fucking form.
Very unprofessional.
This is a long one. And we're going to listen to the whole thing. I'm going to, again, remind you, tell me if I'm wrong, if you hear and see this happen. Very, very faintly at some point, you're going to hear big bang, big bang, big bang. And the 2 officers, Darren and Bree, start backing up immediately. Then you hear, and maybe one can explain it when you hear it. You hear a distinctive sound that almost, it's what the officer reacts to. It's like, fuck, because he knows it's coming. It's like a click, 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 and then they fire the canister. So that click, click, click part is the part I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, the officer actually responds like, fuck, because he knows it's coming. Big bang, and he hears the click, 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 and then they fire the round through the window. You hear it land. There's a delay before that round goes off, whatever they fired in. You hear Brent Kopaka allegedly say shit when it comes through the window. He sees it and he knows he's fucked, and that thing is going to go off. That's my interpretation of what you're going to hear. And then the bang happens, and then another bang happens. Now, here's what I want to ask you. The 2 bangs, to me, sound exactly the same. I think they fired 2 units or 2 canisters through the window, but the officer says that was a return shot. So was Kopaka firing back after the first one exploded and that was a return shot? Or so you guys have to make that up as you hear it. So I've given you enough preface. Let's mute everybody and listen to a very long clip now.
Bree and Aaron going to suck back a little bit.
Yeah.
That was a slump shot.
That was another shot by him.
That was another one, yeah.
Pullman 456. There was another shot fired.
Still two of you down there?
Yep.
Okay.
Pullman 456. Another shot. Damn it. If he jumps down, I'm just piling like this, but he's right there, so we don't really.
You're very scratchy, we can't copy. He's been staying in the bedroom below the window frame. I can see him throw things, but I do not see him. Copy. He's in the living room now. Exit the bedroom with the gun. Black handgun in his hand.
You said black handgun? Okay.
Bree and Aaron, if they shoot him up there, or we're holding our position here until we're told otherwise, okay?
Yep.
He came out again and went back inside.
My hips are starting to hurt. Happy birthday to me. Zero 0656. Are you back in JRD? Five six copies. Make sure. get this guy a cigarette.
You guys good down
Yep.
there? After shot at your what's falling down. Hey, you know, you can see probably the see probably I'll shoot that way.
All right. So let me tell you a few things that I just heard on that extremely disturbing video. I swear it starts out at some point where he says, "Are we going to do this? Are you sure?" Okay. All right then. And then it's fucking game on. And they engage him. They engage him in hand-to-hand infighting close in the room. Whole fucking chaos goes on. That fight lasts for a while. The idea that he was shot by a sniper sounds a little weird at this point, considering how long that went on. That they engaged him in the hallway in the room. It's what it sounds like to me. And they even prepared for it. He's like, "Are we going to do this? Okay, then let's go." I was like, "Are you sure?" And then it was game on, and it fucking all hell broke. And what about that guy going, "Oh fuck yeah!" Like you hear him slam something or hit something. He's like, "Fuck yeah!" Like what the fuck just happened in there? Is that creeping anybody out but me?
Now let me ask a question. No, yeah, definitely. Okay, from what I'm seeing in the video, like Joe said earlier, they're on ground level, right?
Yeah.
How are we hearing all of what we're hearing if he's on the third floor and back in a bedroom?
I mean, the only thing that's, is it's a broken out open window that opens up into the parking lot. So is there, and so I'm going to play devil's advocate. There's a sloped wall. Can it bounce sound? Can it echo sound off that wall? Does it become kind of like a little bowl-shaped echo chamber there?
That's what I'm wondering.
Right. And he could have moved. He could have moved to a different spot as well.
But also the picture we looked at yesterday, or last night rather, looked like it was a first floor unit with the window.
Yeah.
Remember, we were kind of trying to figure out because of the
whether or not it was an elevated or whether it was. And by the way, there was something else that made it feel like a first floor thing, because I didn't point it out, but there's a point where you see what looks like flying debris right down on the first floor level that kind of flies out to the side of the building. And I was like, holy shit, like either the glass is flying all the way over from the third floor or this is on the first floor. And I'm like, can it be on the first floor? Could it even be on the first floor?
Right, but the biggest problem I'm having though, Lee, is like I said, when you hear shots, you're hearing the shell casings hit concrete.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
More than once. So
yeah,
where are you at that's happening and we're hearing it that clear? Okay.
Right. Could you hear it bouncing off his floor? If Kopaka is the shell casings, how could you hear it off of his floor?
You wouldn't. That's the thing. That's what.
How is it even possible that you have a standoff and we already said it, and the building wasn't evacuated?
No.
That's a major liability.
No.
I mean,
I can't fathom that.
With all those gunshots, right?
It sounds like they had a gunfight in the hallways of his apartment with people in the apartment.
Yeah,
like, how
that woman you hear,
everyone's life in danger. What about the woman? next door that didn't want to leave and were in apartment 310 or whatever, 308.
You hear that woman. You hear that woman towards the end of that clip. That's probably someone that lives in the apartment.
Yeah.
One of the apartments.
Yeah, and the things we're hearing are right there on ground level, right there by where they're standing. That's how close it is that we're hearing it. It makes no sense to me.
No, I just can't believe it.
And
yeah,
officially,
it's very strange the way that, I mean, you got people like can I walk my dog? I mean, you've got a shootout happening in a building.
I mean, that stuff like that.
People are stupid.
Stuff like that happens all the time. I can tell you, it does.
Well, don't you think that since this was a long ongoing thing, they
definitely. Yeah, that should have been evacuated like 6 hours
immediately. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was a moment they talk about DD. Remember we talked about DD. Are we going to do DD, which is dynamic deployment? That's when. So what you just heard, in my opinion, is what DD would sound like. It's a dynamic deployment where they go in hot and they engage him, and they're mixing up tactics and they're engaging him in combat right in the hallway. That's what it would sound like. Before you issued a DD attack, wouldn't you evacuate the fucking building? Because you know that there's going to be rounds flying all over the place potentially.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, every time I've ever showed up, and I'm not even law enforcement, the first thing we've had to assist in evacuation, okay, to get everybody away from the situation. Period. And then they do the DD deployment bullshit stuff because then they know that there's nobody else in harm's way.
Right. We even evacuate. We would evacuate. Depending on what he, I mean, obviously they know that he has a firearm, right? He's firing. Even if he didn't have a firearm, they'd evacuate the whole floor. They would evacuate like maybe even half of the building. It depends on the situation, but definitely knowing that he's armed with a gun in there, the whole building should have been immediately evacuated.
Immediately.
It makes no sense.
All what I've ever seen done, and I'm sure you'll agree. They secure the perimeter of the scene.
Absolutely.
They analyze what's going on, and then they move everybody the hell out of there, and then they go in and do their thing.
Because how do you know he doesn't have an explosive?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, exactly. He could blow himself up or something,
Right. I mean, the guys, obviously, we know that they know he's a vet. And, I would think you would just account for that possibility. Maybe he's got some explosives. We got to evacuate the building.
Yeah, and even if he didn't have a gun or anything, they may have to use their guns or weapons to do something. So again, if you have people in the apartment next door or below him, again, that's a danger, period. And they just didn't even think about it.
So I saw a few comments too, or I know Lee addressed it. I've talked about it before on this show. And it'll come up again in other cases or other body cameras and other stuff we see. You try to remain as professional as you can, but the bottom line is that we're still human beings. So I know people are like, oh, but they're trained. You only can do so much training when you're there, when you're right in the heat of the moment. That's what they do to cope. That's what they do to cope with the situation.
Right.
So I know it might seem like it's in bad taste, and some of it, yes, I looking from the outside in, like, how could they be laughing? How could they be doing? That's what they have to do.
What happens?
Keep their sanity. That's what they. That's what goes on. So that's not strange or not normal. I've been on suicide body removals when we're talking about what we're going to have for lunch right after we're done with this, and laughing and joke. I mean, it's part of life. You have to be able to escape the situation so that you can stay in the situation, if that makes any sense to anybody.
No, I mean, it's common. EMTs notoriously have morbid sense of humor, right? Dark, you come up on a crime scene where somebody's been decapitated, you'd be like, well, at least he didn't lose his head. You'd make a joke like that. You would make a joke in the moment because you just got to keep, yourself,
You don't do it in front of family members. You don't do stuff like that or victims' families. We know that much, but like, guys, I've literally been like, "Hey, do you have an eyeball over there? Yeah, I got one over here." You know, things like that. And
Right.
Only when there's not
lying.
family around, right?
Right.
Yes,
and
I'm
when,
not
you know,
lying.
And then, right.
Do
and when you guys hearing that stuff, like I know it sounds like really in bad taste, but
It's
you
a
have
coping
to
mechanism.
Part of the
right,
job.
It's a coping mechanism, and it's not that these guys are assholes for that. How they are assholes is that they use zero crisis management. Like
Right.
Nice.
Only
It's
escalated.
like-
only escalated.
That's how they were assholes.
Well, you
So-
hear it. Well, I can't remember which clip, but he was like, "Brent, you're under arrest." No, that's not the answer.
Right.
Okay.
Joe's trying to get a word in edgewise. What do you got?
I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No. I was just
No,
going to
it's me.
say, DA, has the, after seeing all this, has the fuckery meter gone up at all?
Yeah, the fuckery meter's going up. I mean, it doesn't make that doesn't make sense. And here's the thing: like, if I didn't feel like it's impossible, if I didn't feel it's impossible that Pullman or Moscow would actually manipulate body-worn camera footage, because that seems like it would be a federal a felony. Like doing that kind of stuff, I would think would be a felony on their part. So if it didn't be that, I thought I would say there's things out of time sequence here. They've got shit mixed around. I don't know that it happened in the time sequence, but would they go to the level of altering body footage and putting fake time stamps on shit so that it's out of order and we don't know when it happened? God,
we've seen it happen before.
Yeah, 100%.
Unfortunately,
Many times.
Right.
It's mind-boggling. And like I said, what's nice is it's nice to see that the chat agreed. Some people here heard the cleanest audio they've ever heard. So
it was,
And I want to say that thank you all to those who have been donating to the GoFundMe to go after these public records. This is the fruit of one of our public records requests, right? We got this from a public records request. By the way, we filed an appeal and said, you redacted the fuck out of this. Give us the real files. So we filed an appeal and we sent it to the city attorney and city clerk as well as a Public Records Act violation because of the redactions they put in place. So we'll see what happens there. But
we got this question here. Just wanted to jump in. Was it training? So again, pulling on that thread was this a training exercise? I can tell you that I've been involved in multi-agency training things with active shooter, where they go the whole 9 yards. Hundreds of different law enforcement on scene, EMS, all kinds of units.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to use real rounds, though. I will tell you that. Could they use blanks? Mm-hmm. Yes. This is why I asked. I know we have a lot of stuff to go through. That's why I've asked Lee a few times, but he as far as I know, that's why I want to know. Is there any kind of a tree, a car, anything that we saw? Any kind of evidence of.
And here's the thing, here's the thing. Blanks, yes, could be used, but blanks are inherently dangerous as well. People have been killed with blanks because they shoot wad, and that wad's killed people. Many famous actors, like freaking the guy that did The Crow. What was that? Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee was killed on set from just a blank that hit him. So blanks kill people too. So yeah.
And my understanding is when they do these training things, they've used gas, but they use either empty canisters or there's something else they use that works like gas, but it's not toxic. I can't remember what the hell it's called, but they have things for that too. And I've seen them use rubber rounds. They've also used what the hell is it called? There's something else that they've used in these training things that I've watched. They shoot like blotches, like they'll hit you with it and it leaves like a blood blotch on you or some shit. I can't think what it's called.
What I was gonna say is one of the active shooter things that I participated in, when we all got to the scene, there was like a staging area, and they immediately removed all firearms from all MOS, and what we had was kind of like a paintball gun that they gave us.
They've done that
They had to do, because the chance of someone accidentally, because some certain stuff is you do by muscle memory, right?
Yes.
A lot of the training we do by muscle memory, and
when you're in that situation and you hear certain things, it just automatic.
Right.
Real quick, before I forget, we're not done talking. I do want to step off camera and grab something to drink, but before I forget, I'm going to share with everyone the public records dump that we got that has these raw files so that you can watch it for yourself and not have to listen to me give. And there's files that we haven't got to, files that I haven't seen, but I was stunned at how good quality the audio was on this. So I want to be able to give them, I feel like I've done enough hours of it that I need to get this out in the public for other people to start going through as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share 3 links to 3 folders from Pullman Police Department public records request. I don't think that there's anything wrong with sharing it. It's public record. So
nope, and it's appreciated too, because everybody has the right to know, I think.
Yeah. And now you didn't do any adjustments or anything to this audio, right?
Like I said, I raised the entire volume on the whole file.
Right,
I didn't
I
didn't selectively do anything. And yeah, I did put my captions on it, so that's altering it, but I didn't alter any of the audio other than raising the volume level up.
I wanted to make that clear
uniformly
I saw
across
a bunch
the whole
of comments about people saying, "Oh, Lee cleaned it up," and I was like, "No, the only thing Lee did was put the volume up a little."
Yep, I didn't do any filtering, any cleaning of the audio whatsoever. All it was a simple volume adjustment. That's it.
Yep, still raw.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink. You guys can talk a little bit while I go grab.
I'm still struggling, you guys. Hearing something's wrong. Okay, this is 3 floors up,
right,
down a hallway,
right,
into an apartment, in the back of the apartment, in a corner, in this room. How are we hearing shell casings hit the ground where they're standing on ground floor on the concrete?
Unless he moved location, he could have moved.
From my understanding, he never came out of that room, though, bud. That's weird.
These guys are standing back under a stairwell.
Yeah.
Okay. They're standing back in a corner under a stairwell with a door over here. Why are we hearing casings from that far away?
And here's the thing. You're right, Robin, because even if it was through the window that was busted out in that back parking lot, they're not back there. And it sounds like what we're hearing is dropping right next to them.
Right by them.
Right by the camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is odd.
I can't get past that. I can't get past that.
No.
Now maybe I'm reading into
like it
it.
went on forever.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Video's freezing up a little. The dialogue to me just sounded contrived.
Yeah.
Some of it.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And that weird part where it sounded that whoa, it almost towards the end sounded like singing, like it had a particular or a like a
harmony to it.
I have to comment. I was in the other room and about lost my shit because Dago said something, and there was so much in that video. Remember, I told you at the end.
I just had like some weird stuff going on my end.
Dago had said, well, he never came out of the room. There was multiple times they said he just came out of the room. He just went back in the room. He just came out of the room again. I don't know if you caught that, but on the audio, they actually say 2 times that he came out of the bedroom. So they're seeing him come out of the bedroom. It's on audio. We can play it again.
But he's not coming out of the apartment though, right?
No, he's coming out of the bedroom. They said he came out of the bedroom. Yeah. So I thought you were saying he didn't come out of the bedroom.
No. I just went out of the apartment into that area that we were standing in because I can't get past that the sounds that we're hearing, because he still sounds, if you guys listen, when you hear him making noise, he still sounds like he's far away. Okay, but those bullet like casing that we're hearing and certain other sounds sound like they're right on top of like that area right there on the ground floor, and it just bothers me for some reason. I can't process that.
The whole thing bothers, and then I think to myself, are we just talking? Like, is it all going to make sense one day? And we're like, oh, that explains everything. That explains everything. Like,
I don't know.
I just feel like it's crazy.
They should show what happened on body camera. Like I said, we have shootings all the time, and after they're done with the investigation, they'll
show the video.
They'll black out the face or whatnot. They'll show the whole thing.
I agree with you. 1-1. Show the video. Black the face out. I don't care, but show the action while it's happening.
And I really want to. Remember, there was a hatchet stuck in the wall. We saw a picture from Kopak. There was a hatchet stuck in the wall. You hear a loud
Crazy.
thud. Was it that hatchet being buried in the wall? You hear somebody else go thud, and he's like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, what the fuck was that? What
Maybe
did they?
threw it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's another question though. With that, Lee, those photographs were taken after the situation ended. Obviously,
Right?
why wouldn't they remove the hatchet?
Because
Right.
they could document in the crime scene. I don't know.
I mean, at that point,
if they want to hide the fact that it did it, yeah, but yeah.
I was gonna say, like, it's almost like, was it a message? You know what I mean? Like, here, look at this, or was it just because they were showing everything that was done? Probably.
What do you guys think about? Do you think I was right that the sound that everybody said is beanbag, beanbag, beanbag is actually big bang, big bang?
Yeah,
big
you're right
bang?
about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's Big Bang.
I agree.
Sorry, I actually heard that before. They have to warn you because it's loud, so they want everybody to be ready. Like, people do this because it is loud when you're
And you see the two officers back the fuck up. Like, as soon as they said big bang, they're like, they start immediately backing into the thing, and even the officer above tells them to get even further back.
Right.
Because so yeah.
That's my question too, Hangman. Sorry,
I had a question for you guys because when I asked this a minute ago, my computer froze up, so I couldn't hear anybody. Now I realize I might be biased and it's impacting my judgment, but does some of that or a lot of the dialogue seem contrived? I'd like to know what you guys and what the chat thinks about that, because it seemed like some of it was almost like acting it out, like dramatized.
Well, yes, it does. So I'm going with yes. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem realistic, unless, of course, you go by the whole, well, he's having a delusion, so he doesn't sound like a normal person and doesn't have normal thought processes. But here, let me ask you this. This is something I keep forgetting to. Did you hear that big, loud that was on the? I mean, it was really loud and long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm questioning the fuckery of the manipulated timeline. There was a time when two officers are talking on a body camera that we saw, and they said, "I think he's been dead for hours." Do you remember when he made that loud groan? And the guy even says, "Yeah," he was like, "Ah," and he mimicked that sound.
Yep.
The problem is, Brent Kopacka was silent for hours and hours before this final standoff. That groan we just heard was during this standoff. So how are they transposing that moment in time with that loud growl that happens during this standoff and say, "Oh, I think he's been dead for hours"? Remember when he made that loud growl? So it makes you wonder, did this whole here's what I'm asking. Did that whole firefight happen hours ago? And Brent Kopacka was killed hours ago. And then they rearranged the timeline to make it look like he was shot by a sniper later in the night. And they even, could that have possibly happened hours ago?
Yes. And here's my other thing. If we could figure out the timing, that wailing, that weird wailing we were trying to figure out, where it sounds like he's almost singing or something.
Yeah.
Between that, the loud and what those comments being made, I almost wonder if that was like the came first, the wailing came after, and then that statement. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Did they jumble things around?
Yeah.
Because again, I swear when he did that big I was like, "Oh my God, that's what the officer was talking about when he said," remember when he made that big, but that was supposed to be after hours of silence, not in the middle of this big, huge fight.
And it's been talked about that that's what's going on with the Idaho audio as well, that it's been mixed around, like, can you find it type thing, and they put it where they wanted it.
Why would they do that? Why would they fuck with the timeline? Yeah, sorry, Robin.
No. I want to ask you guys, because I mean, I've shot guns and things, but I'm nowhere near the expertise that you guys are with weapons. Assuming, because we have different accounts, Jordan says he had a rifle. Okay, so if he had a rifle, unless he's leaning way outside that window shooting, you're not going to hear a casing hit the ground, correct? The casing is going to hit the floor inside the room, correct?
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
Judging by where the exit chamber would be on the
not
rifle,
from
right?
Yeah, not from the third floor.
That's my point.
No.
Yeah.
You wouldn't hear.
Let me add
it to that. You wouldn't hear it to that extent, like a casing hitting just a wood floor. That it wouldn't sound like that.
Let me add
All right.
another food for thought. Are you ready? You ready for this? Several times officers say, I think he's shooting up and out the window. And then one officer said, I sure hope those shots are going up and out the window. Everything seems to be up. If Brent Kopakis said, oh, I just shot an angel because he's shooting up in the sky and not down, I still to this day, and I need everyone who I just gave these files to find me the fucking audio. Find me this audio. Bree says, that female officer says, he just said, I'm going to start killing people, starting with the people outside. And I have never heard that. When does he ever say, I'm going to start killing people, starting with the people outside? Ever. And so that's what they used as part of the justification to shoot him, was that he was shooting at people. Did he ever shoot down at the ground? Were all the shots up and out the window? And that's why he's like, I shot an angel, because he's shooting into the sky. He's not shooting at people. He's not shooting down at the ground. And I don't know to this day. I've never heard an audio, anything remotely close to Kopaka threatening to shoot people down on the ground. Maybe you heard, the closest thing I've ever heard is Brent Kopaka maybe saying, I'm going to murder them. So there's a threat to murder. I'm going to murder them. Okay. I heard that. But where was the comment about I'm going to start shooting people, starting with the people outside? There's nothing that I've found in any audio I've listened to so far where he says anything close to that. And that was repeated by an officer.
I had a question just for food for thought. If this was an exercise, right? Wouldn't the exercise, in other words, if they're doing an exercise, let's assume, or let's consider that the ending of the exercise was they had to take out a guy in a standoff, right? Because if you have an exercise, you have to know how it might play out. And so we all agreed yesterday that it sounded like, or when we watched the redacted stuff, like they were trying to escalate things. They weren't trying to de-escalate. And so if I'm just going with this thread that it could be an exercise, because they would, in the exercise, presumably, I don't know if you would have a script or not, one might know, I wouldn't know, but it seems like if they were knowing it was an exercise, they wouldn't be making an authentic effort to de-escalate, because it's not a real situation. So they're like, when you hear people in a real life situation, human beings dealing with other human beings, if they're actually trying to de-escalate, there's an authenticity to it. But if it seems like they're just pushing it in one direction, like perhaps in an exercise, like this is the exercise. This guy, it's a standoff. He's threatening to kill people and he has to be taken out. That's the exercise. Right? Or the exercise could have been a different exercise, but we didn't see that exercise. Like, we're going to talk this guy off the ledge. And that could have been another exercise, but that's, obviously not what this would have been. So I just wonder, if it was an exercise, would that be part of the reason why it seems like they weren't trying to de-escalate?
Yeah, it's a possibility, because they really used zero crisis management techniques. Absolute zero. I mean, the fact that they're in a standoff and he's yelling for cigarettes like 7-8 hours later or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculous.
What was the moment in that last audio? Because I didn't quite understand it exactly. Remember, there several times you hear Kopaka saying he wants fucking cigarettes or whatever. After what sounds like they went toe to toe with him, and it sounds like he got injured, and he screamed in pain, and it sounds like whatever. There's a moment where the word cigarettes is mentioned again, and somebody says, "Somebody get that guy some fucking cigarettes." Are they mocking him at that point? Like, "There's your fucking cigarettes," kind of thing. Like they just killed him, and now they're like, "Hey, now you got your fucking cigarettes."
Yeah, that's a good question. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah,
that's a really good question, though.
It was kind of a disturbing moment.
He's trained. He's going to know to stay away from the window as much as possible. I mean, even if he's delusional, I mean, he's still a soldier or a former soldier, whatever. So he's not going to. I can't get over the casings. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I can't either, Robin. That's my biggest issue. They're so close. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And remember, this is the other thing that sounds like fuckery. I said on the audios we listened to, there was silence until they shot 2 rounds into the window. One was a ferret round and one was supposed to be an OC round that they fired in. And it was only after they did that Kopaka started to get angry. So do you remember we talked about this before? It was silent up until they fired rounds into his window. And then shortly after that, things started to go haywire.
Like they purposely
But here's the problem.
Moving.
Here's the problem. What did we just hear? There was already engagement and combat going on in the middle of that. In the middle of that, after noise and after fighting and after banging and after distress, they say big bang, everybody steps back, they fire. There's already been shit going on. And then they fire the rounds in there. That was the rounds that we hear. So again, there's a fuckery with the timeline because it wasn't silent up until the point that they fired the rounds because there was already engagement happening before they fired those rounds into the room. But so it makes me think they fucked with the timeline. But why the fuck is everybody fucking with timelines?
They moved it around to fit to their narrative. It sounds like in some senses,
Or if this was a real standoff and they took them out earlier, but they needed to
show that they did all the steps they were supposed to take before they took them out.
And then go make it look like you're going through the motions, and a sniper could have taken him out if they had a vantage point.
Good point.
Pretty easily.
Yeah, Lee, did you remember watching the body cam from inside the building?
Yes.
Did you line like what you were hearing? I know it's hard to do this, but like not like to actually physically do it, but going back and listening to what you've heard now and going back and watching the body cam from inside the building, does it seem to match up to you at all?
Not time-wise, because again, there was silence up to the point that they launched canisters in there, and then shit went happy. And this is clear that something was going on before there. By the way, I will say this along that lines. There was a moment in the inside footage in the hallway where a guy asks, and it was redacted on the screen, so you couldn't see it, but you could hear it. And he asked, "How's your aim?" And they were going to do a hand deploy of OC gas next to the door, or OC liquid next to the door.
Throw it through.
Like, "How's your aim?" And he's like, "Really good." And when they did it, he threw it, and I think he said, "Fuck yeah!" Like he perfectly placed the canister. So is that the sound we hear? The thud was the canister being thrown down the hall right by the door, and then he was like, "Fuck yeah," because he landed it exactly where he wanted it. So is that possibly it? I don't know.
It could be. That would make some sense. I'd also like to know the distance from where those clips that we just listened to on the body cam there, from where they're standing to the actual distance to where Brent Kopaka was actually at that point. I'd like to know how far away they were from each other.
Yeah.
I think that would make that's a big deal. I think that's going to make something or everything make sense in that aspect.
The other night you had the 3-dimensional layout of the floor plan. We're walking us around on that. Would that help for the discussion? I don't know. But.
I mean, it might. Because it looks to me like they're standing at the underneath where the stairs walk up. Okay, is it at the very end of the building? Is it in the middle of the building? Is it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
let me see if I can get a picture here.
We can figure that out and see the distance between that and where apartment 311 is down at the top of down the hallway from them. That might help us understand something a little bit more.
Because when we went there, because you remember the video, the one in the stairwell, like a totally different one where they were talking to the guy who was like on the stairwell.
Right.
When the DA and I were at that building, because remember they walked around outside, the female officer, to the side of the building where people that knew Brent were parked in the car.
Yeah.
Well, DA and I went to that spot.
Yeah.
And where they walked out to that side of the building where that parking area was, it was that row of units right there. So it was like closer to the end of the building.
Yep.
You know, that whatever you call it, that bay of stairwells. And it's like where those cops were standing in that hallway on the first floor. I mean, I still don't, unless we couldn't see that it was like right above them, then maybe you could hear it more clearly, but it just seems so strange. Like that we could hear that shit so clearly, the dialogue part
That's
of
what
it.
I mean. Like, how many apartments down is 311 from that stairwell entrance? Do you know what I'm saying?
It seems to me like it's I had a picture. Yeah. So
Was he on the corner, Lee? Was his apartment the corner apartment in the back corner of the building? Like on
I
the front? Like
no,
if you're
it was
looking
in
from
the
road.
middle. It was towards the middle. It was towards
Okay,
the
so it's
middle.
in the middle, and then the stairwell's right. Okay.
And
So-
but that stairwell, from what I remember, is pretty close to the end of the building. You know, it's
That's what I
so
thought based on the
he was on the inside, I think, of that stairwell. So like
Yeah.
Okay.
the inside rather than the outer units, but it was like one unit in from the end, I believe.
Okay. So that should be a decent distance away from that stairwell. Okay.
I'm going to put an image on. I'm going to play an image on file, but I don't know if this is remove.
If so, I have that thing still from. Yeah. Okay.
So this. So
Excuse
the
me.
stairwell. I'm trying to see. This doesn't really show the stairwells very well, and it doesn't show the balcony because when you showed the diagram, they showed the balcony as being right straight ahead, straight in line of the door. I do have a video, by the way. That I won't play with audio, but it's from Bubbly Waters of the walkthrough of the apartment. Let me put that on screen real quick. Share screen. Let's go to here and share. So I won't, because of the copyright things and stuff, I won't play the audio. But
if you don't, by the way, I have the standoff video itself. If you need that, I have that, and it's already queued, and I can give it to you anytime you want it. So
the standoff video, huh? What's
like
that?
from the inside, like the body
Well,
cam.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, straight ahead over here, but there's a fridge, and then that's the front door to the hallway.
Right.
So just to give you, and again, there's a bedroom immediately to the right. That's bedroom. And then let's continue this walkthrough real quick. I'm playing the file. It's not as fast as you're when you were walking us through, obviously, and I have no control over it. I'm just watching somebody's replay. But that's the front door. That's bedroom A right there to the right, which actually looks like a laundry room. It's got a washer dryer unit in there. So it's not a bedroom. It's a bathroom. It's a bathroom. It's not even a bedroom. This is room 311, Coffee House Apartments.
That's the bathroom then. Okay.
That's a bathroom / laundry room. That's the front door right there. It should be to the hallway. That's the kitchen. And then yeah. So there's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's back up just a hair. Right there. So there's the balcony. That would be the balcony. Oddly enough, this is pretty much how the apartment looked when they came in there. There's no furniture. It fucking looks just like this.
Right.
Which makes you wonder if they used a unit that was empty for a training exercise, back to that whole training idea, right?
The model unit.
Yeah. So again, going a little bit, I'm just letting, I mean, I don't have control of this video, but I know that they go around the corner here in a minute. All right, I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit. So that's the bedroom, right? That's presumably the bedroom right there that Kopaka would have been in, I think.
Right.
There's a closet and
same one we looked at yesterday.
That window right there, right? And that window looks out over that tree area that we were talking about with the right there. So there's the trees and the slope back there, and it would look back to that area. But would it look like you're on the ground floor from there? I don't know. Did you had something you were going to show on screen, Dago?
I have the I said if you want it, Molly sent it to me. The standoff, like the body cam inside the building as the standoff was happening. I have.
Sure. Yeah, let's look at that.
Okay, hold on a minute. Thank you, Molly, again. Hold on here. Oh, wait, wrong one. Sorry, you guys. All right, there it is. And I can probably speed this up too. All right. You got it there. Let's see. Damn phone ringing 1-1.
So is this going to be inside footage of everything we just listened to?
Yeah, should be.
I haven't seen that. I didn't think they filmed that.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is what I showed years ago. Lana put this out too.
See, I haven't even gone through all the files they gave me, so I need to find that file.
That's why I was saying, did that audio sound like, I didn't know if you so you wouldn't know then. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's what you meant when you asked if the audio sounded the same. Yeah. So I haven't seen this.
And I'll see, it won't let me put closed captions up. Damn it. And this is them, I believe.
This must be over in the across the hall.
This is when they're in the apartment across the hall. Yes.
That's fucking pissing me off, sir. You know why it pisses me off? They redacted that entire apartment and would never let me see into it. Now we can see into it?
Yeah, they're standing in it.
How come I can't see it?
Well, let them know we want the unredacted shit.
Yeah, I want to say, like, what do I have to ask for to get the actual files? Assholes.
I guess full unredacted.
So maybe it's in my package. Do I need to look? And maybe I haven't seen every video, but I don't think it's in my package.
It could be.
In fact, oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on. I got it. Are you paused for a second?
Yeah.
Here's the difference. I see what the problem is. I don't have everything yet. They gave me one prepared package. I still have stuff coming. This is from Motorola Solutions. It's not from Axon body camera. This is a different system entirely. So I got redacted footage from Axon, the police body-worn camera. This is not body-worn. This might be SWAT members. This is probably SWAT members' cameras and not the same body-worn cameras. So that's explaining some things. The stuff that I have is redacted, but I don't have my full packages yet. They haven't sent me everything, so I may be getting this. I may be getting some footage that didn't get redacted. So yeah.
Got you. I'm trying to get it to where some of it's just okay. So
that looks like bullet holes in the door. Or is that just?
No, I think they were just
tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of this kind of stuff would be redacted if it was coming from the system I just got.
So this is at 2:05 a.m. So
yeah, at first I was furious because why did I not see any of this? But I think it's because it's a different system, and whoever made these didn't redact it like they did.
These guys must be SWAT because they're the ones with the tear gas launchers and all that. So
yeah, I think they are SWAT. Right. DA has one hell of a package. Apparently, it's not as big as this package.
Yeah, but it's still bigger than my package. So. It's like your pole and everything.
this running gag stuff is hilarious.
Sounds like North Korean propaganda audio played in the
it does,
background.
doesn't it? Come on.
Gosh, I would love to have this kind of video, right? I think I'm still going to get it. I've got a lot of stuff they haven't delivered to me yet. So.
I mean, if you don't, obviously, I'll send you this link if you want it.
And by the way, this might have come from a different agency. Maybe it didn't come from Pullman to Police. Maybe it came from Whitman County or some other county.
WSU.
WSU, yeah.
Okay, so they're all the way at the end, obviously, because he ran from clear down at the other end. So that's why I'm trying to figure out exactly where that stairwell was.
Yeah.
Well, those are the tear gas canisters. All right. Okay, so it's that very end, Joe, like you said.
It's insane to me that they're going to be like using tear gas and they didn't evacuate the units or like in that area.
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well, are they using tear gas or are they using OC gas? Because there's the difference between the CS gas and OC gas.
Yeah.
So are they using OC, which is just a pepper spray, or are they using the CS the gas?
Those
the tear
canisters
gas?
we saw, what did those canisters say on them?
Wow, they wouldn't let me see any of that apartment on my video footage.
It's all there for you.
So since you've seen all this stuff, Dago, I mean, is the stuff that I'm showing tonight any surprises, or is it all? It makes. I mean, like.
It's
Like
weird.
it's
That's why I was struggling so bad with what I was hearing because of where I remember seeing them. This is what doesn't make sense, Lee. Like Robin even said too. Like you see where they're at, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
They did not cut the power.
Okay, so we see where they're at. We know where his apartment is. We saw how far they have to go and all this, okay? Where it looked like in the video that we were watching as we were hearing that audio, it looks like they're on the ground that they just ran up from. And if he's shooting, if they're shooting at him or back, how the hell are we hearing shell casings hit the ground right next to them?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
That's what I'm not understanding. Because even if his window's blown out, they're not going to make it there. If he's shooting out of the door, you're not going to hear those casings drop that way. Those are coming out of a fired weapon that like they're expelling as they're being fired and hitting the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't understand. I'm completely confused with that. And that's why I thought, did this match? That's why I was asking you. Did this match up to the audio when you watched it?
What department released this footage? It must not be Pullman Police Department. What department or?
I can't remember. Lana got this, and which said, "Don't worry, it's okay to play it." She did the same thing we all do, is just let everybody have it. Lana got this. I don't know if this comes from Pullman, WSU, or somebody else, but it just doesn't. Something doesn't match to me. I'm trying to like process this like mentally. And that's why I thought watching this, thank God Molly reads my mind. I think like watching this might do some good for us to maybe get a better understanding, but it still doesn't make any damn sense.
Well, yeah, this would. I mean, if we got unredacted video where we can see and match up what we just heard, then hopefully it would all make sense, right? I mean, is this going to show the firefight? It looked like they were engaging him, so we should see it on this video.
What was the timestamp on the audio we just listened to? Do you remember?
About 3:00 in the morning. It was like 2:30 to 3:00 in the morning.
All right, so we're at 2:13 a.m. here. So hold on.
3:09. I remember an officer said it's 3:09, and it had been going on for a while. I think so.
and report that these were gunshots. See, this is where everybody had issues with this. Let me try something here. See it turned the audio back on. I'm sorry. Now listen and see if you hear anything, because
Thank you, that's really loud.
oh, that voice is going to be Lana's voice. Don't just ignore that.
Yeah, I want to see them.
It's when I'm trying to slowly get to it and not
Everything about it. The family.
and not miss anything either.
Yeah.
Free fucking room. And then with
Oh, I'm so mad that I had to spend so much time guessing at what the hell is going on in 305, and here it is. Well, it just makes you wonder, why the hell did they have to hide it for? Like, why does one department think I have no right to see this, and another department think there's no problem with me seeing it?
Well, how about this was unobtainable for years, Lee. Like we tried multiple times before we had this. They would told everybody no. Case is still open. No. $255. Hold on.
Yeah, you got to be getting close.
So if you look right there, you can see the chair holding the door open, and that.
Yep.
The phone box.
There, right. Just so everybody knows. Hold on.
Yeah, Wonders Deep. One department has something to hide, and the other doesn't.
Okay, here we go. They're going to start. I think.
Yeah, I want to hear from this side what sounded like Kopaka saying, "Are we really going to do this? Are you sure?"
Yeah, right.
You know.
Did you see that?
Nothing happened. Well, I didn't see it. No, I was reading the chat that says it took time to refilm some of these scenes.
Yeah, watch right here. Let me slow it back down for you guys.
Okay.
I'll put it about right there then. Watch. Let me back it up just a tinge. You can see movement right there where that hallway that goes back to his room. All right.
That was on the audio we heard. It's very scratchy. Can you? Yeah, we heard that on the audio.
Right. Bam.
Yeah, I saw it.
Why does it look like they're blurring that area a little?
Because it does.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, God, this is so fucked up. Did you hear any of the drop the gun in the audios I played tonight?
No.
No.
Not at all.
How would we not hear that?
You should. We're at 3:03:47 right now.
See, you can see it.
We don't hear any.
Right by the chair, you see something.
It looks like he just ran out of the room. Hold on. Watch that real close right there.
See, you can see it right,
Throwing shit. Yeah.
right by the chair. You
Right
see
there.
something. Is he running?
No, I think he's throwing shit out of his room.
Or who is it?
We heard it clear from the first floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Back in his room. How do you know that? You have no idea where he's at. How could you see he's on the ground in his room? You turn the light off. How are you seeing this? How are you seeing this? That.
That damn phone. Oh, God.
Answer the phone, 1-1.
Pistol on purpose.
Oh, I gotta stop the ice crunching.
He was displaying the pistol on purpose.
Yeah, I have to say, if you pause for a
What?
second,
Where's
a lot
your
of what
common
they're-
sense? That's
a
right.
lot
you
of what
don't
they
have-
say is just it seems like it's predisposing people to shoot him, right? Like the constant telling, drop the gun, is letting everybody know he has a gun, letting they're priming everybody to that he's got this big thing going on. And if this is their vantage point, they don't see dick. They can't see any of that. So are they just saying stuff that people will hear so they could take the shot from outside?
That's exactly what Lana was saying when she played. It's like, how the hell are you? You don't know what he's doing. You're saying these things for whatever reason to provoke something.
And it's
100%.
the same reason why I feel like that officer says, "Oh, he says he's going to start killing people in the parking lot or whatever." That was just said so they would have a pretext. I don't know that he ever said it. I have to see one video where he says it.
I swear, I wholeheartedly agree with you. By the way, we're at 3:08 at this point.
But from this angle, you can't see anything. I know what the apartment's up, completely open. So now this is a good angle because it's higher up where that crack is. But you could see like they can't see anything. Look at above the chair. This is just, I mean, you can't see anything.
We didn't hear any of this shit on my audio.
What they're saying here is just, I don't understand.
No, but we heard a whole bunch of other stuff very clear.
Really clear.
Yeah.
Is it just a matter of
fail.
cameras on this side, but like
When
can it be explained?
it's too tight to get the drone through there.
I mean, that's a
Can
good
it be
point.
explained as here we're closer to this group, so we're going to hear them better, and over there we're closer to him, so we're going to hear him better? Like, is that the whole answer?
Yeah, but that's where my issue lies, though, because like they're clear back in here, and he's way back. Like you still have to go in the apartment, make a left, go down that little hallway, and get back in that back room. And we were down at the other end of the hallway at the bottom of the stairs on the ground floor, and we were hearing things happen right down there. You could hear Brent sounded like he's far away, but everything else is very clear. It's weird. Very weird.
Refer to him as being at all in the army.
And if this timeline's rightly, where's all that banging, slamming, and shit being thrown that we heard from the other noise, the other audio?
Right.
I can imagine that somebody who has been in combat would ever.
And when do they storm the place? I mean,
that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that big toe-to-toe combat. It sounds like when he's like, "Are you ready?" You know, and they basically, where's the shooting the window with the canisters and that big explosion, and what sounds like they're going toe-to-toe with them in the hallway.
And we're at 3:13 a.m. right now. They said the sniper shot was what, 358, 354, something like that.
Yeah.
There's not a sound being made here.
So if he was found in C, how was he shot through the window? Like, this is the really important part here where they talk about the layout.
Jeez.
3:40 a.m. They attempt.
They attempt what? 3:40. They attempt the breach.
Shot number one.
Oh, shot number one.
The sniper.
The SWAT usually
And
wear
missed.
military green uniforms.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very precision.
Some of our SWAT here, they wear green. And our task force does too.
Yeah, we don't even have our unit isn't even called SWAT. They're called ESU here.
Yeah.
Emergency Service Unit.
Yeah, why is Mr. Roxy still
At
on?
4 a.m. and hit him.
We're at 3:19 a.m.
Oh, you know what I can do? While we're doing this, I can queue up the exact time on my video.
You want me to? I'll pause it then.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna pause.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna pull right to some moments on my audio. Okay. Okay.
See if they line up. I'm at 3. Hold on here. I'm at 3:20. If you can see it, 3:20:04.
3:20.
Yes, 3:20:04.
Okay. At 2:59 is where that big standoff starts, where he's like, "Are we going to do this? Are you sure?" And then there's that big It's all right around 2:59, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's right where 2:59 is when that whole combat fuckery starts.
All right, you want me to back up to that? And
hell yeah, let's see it.
All right, hold on.
Did you say 2:59, DA?
2:59, I believe. Yes. I will, before you hit play, let me do my Zulu conversion checker to make sure.
No problem.
So, Zulu to PST time converter. And we're going to go 10:59 AM is 2:59 a.m. Yeah, so it's exactly 2:59 in the morning is when they kind of start that whole "Are you sure?" and then there's a big scream and they're in toe-to-toe kind of combat shit. It sounds like so we should see that.
I'm at 2:59:01.
Right there, perfect. Let's see what happens.
All righty.
2:59 and 57 seconds is actually where I'm at. So it's got a few more seconds to go.
You gonna pause yours and hold it there?
Yeah, I want to wait because I want to play mine right after you play this for a little bit to see if it matches up.
Yeah, I'll as soon as we get the what you just said, I'll pause it and then start it again. All right, I'm at 2:59:57, and I did hear that, Brent, you're under arrest thing.
Yeah. So how do you want to do this? So yes, right, because that's right when this happens. So we should hear fucking full on and see movement and shit, I would think. So how do we do this? You want to play yours for a while, and then we'll go and play mine for a while and see if they can compare them. Okay, go ahead.
That would be perfect. All right, here we go.
Horse shit. I'm already calling horse shit. Wow. This is like on air proof they fucked this. They fucking lied. This is like on air proof they fucking lied. Keep playing.
We're at 3 a.m. 22 seconds. Dead silence.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Except for Lana coughing.
Okay.
You want me to pause it?
Yeah, I just want to take a look. Where are you at? You're at
I'm at 3 o'clock and 46 seconds now.
Okay. Do you want me to play a little bit of mine and we can tag back and forth?
Yep, absolutely. That'll
okay, so 10:59. Okay. All right. I wonder if I can do it this way. I don't know whether to do it. Let's go add this clip to stage. And then we're going to go 2:59. Oh, it's on this last clip. 2:59. 2:59. That doesn't make sense. Oh, because it's 10:59.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Am I at the wrong time? 10:59. Which is 2:59 in the morning. And what's your time say?
3 a.m. 46. 3:00:46.
We need to be at 2:50.
You want me to back it up?
Hold on. 11. That's fucking, I'm confused.
11:02.
My time on this camera says, so let me show, I think you just pissed myself. Okay, 11. All right, hold on.
2:44. 11:02. Wait, okay, I see it.
Are we having problems here? What are we doing here? Okay, I got okay, 10:59 and 45 seconds Zulu is, let me run that through the translator. 10:59 and 45 seconds should be come on, 2:59 a.m. So are you at 2:59 or 3:59?
I'm at 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. 03:00:46.
Okay. We should be at the same spot on this. But why when I'm going to add this here. Screen share, window. We're going to do this window right here. with sound. Okay. And add this to stage. We got to remove something from stage first. Remove that. Add this to stage. All right. Okay. Do you see the timestamp up here? 10:59 and 45 seconds. That should be the same time you're at because it's 2:59 and 49 seconds, right?
Roughly, yeah. Yeah, I'm at 30046. I can back up on mine if you want.
Let's see if you can hear this audio when I play it. $3 o'clock. $3 and 10 seconds. 3 and 13. This is still 3 and 26 seconds. Let's just finish out this minute. 3 35 seconds. Oh, here comes the big bang, big bang, big bang. You cannot miss that on that other video.
Bree and Aaron going to step back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that was 1 minute. That was 1 minute from basically 2:59 through 3:01, right? Or
yeah.
So play that same minute on your video because we should hear all that, right? We should hear explosions, gunshots, screaming, all that shit.
Well, those two shots sounded like a rifle to me for sure.
They were loud. They were loud. Okay.
Someone's asking about the time. That it's Zulu time. I believe you have to add. I think it's
UTC or
16
Zulu.
hours. Yeah.
Okay.
We got to put yours on camera though, on screen.
Okay, go for it. All right. I'm at 2:59:34 now.
Okay.
And we're off.
That's on my video. That is on my video at the same time.
That is all that's on your video. This is directly across the hall, Lee. Your stuff is down the hall, down the stairs, and we're right standing across the hall, and not a damn bit of what is heard on your video is coming through this.
I'm gonna lose my shit for a minute. Fuck these people. That's bullshit. If we're on the same time, fuck that. That statement, Brent, you're under arrest, is on my video, and immediately after, it's fucking game on with a bunch of explosions.
Oh my god.
Now listen to this. This is at high volume, mind you, directly across the hall, probably 30 feet max from him, maybe even not even that. And there's not a damn. It's dead silent.
That's not on my audio.
Neither is that.
Nope. Am I missing something? We are on the right same time, right?
I'm at 3 a.m. and 15 seconds.
Yeah, play through the whole minute here.
Yeah, because this will know if they storm the apartment, and we'll see.
Exactly. Yeah.
They should already be storming it. It's already going on my video. Oh, fuck this, man. Are you kidding me?
3 a.m. and 44 seconds.
Yeah, finish to the minute, and I want to do this again.
This is nuts.
Where's the combat? Where's the launching? They fucked with this audio. They fucked with the timeline. Nobody's even moving. These guys would be physically moving if this was happening. If they were in that combat right now and launching gas canisters in the room, these guys wouldn't just be standing there with their dicks in their hand like this.
Nope. They fucked with the video too, obviously.
Well, think about this. They got him earlier, and the rest of it was.
That's what I'm starting to think.
They killed him hours ago. I bet.
Yes,
killed him, and that's the video audio we hear. That's them killing him hours ago, and that's why the officer said. Remember when he made that big loud sound? He's been dead for hours since then. That's what that guy literally said when he made that sound. I think he died then. He's been dead for hours. What the fuck is this?
This is the truth. Okay. This is the truth. This is fucked up. I'm sorry. That's why Molly said that's why she reminded me of the inside video and sent it to me, because she remembered when we went through this before. This is fucked, you guys. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but this is insane.
Yeah.
There's Birdie.
Listen.
Hang on.
Yeah, you can bring Birdie up if you want to put him on. I want to play again. You heard it.
Put the link in the.
You heard it. You heard Brent. You're under arrest. Right now, granted, he says that many times, but it sounds identical to my Brent. Yep. You're under arrest. Now, I want somebody to double check my math, right? I went to a Zulu to PST converter. You put in 1059 Zulu, and it's going to tell you it's 2:59 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. And so I will play the same clip again, same minute. You'll hear the same Brent, you're under arrest, and then a completely different fucking scene with the, are we going to do this? Are you sure? Yeah.
I'll pull it back to the exact second on mine afterwards and play that back second by second for you.
Oh my God. I'm not being a little drama queen. This is potentially major fucking problems.
No shit.
Major problems.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you have it back at the same?
I'll take it back.
I got 2:59 and 35 seconds is where I'm at.
All right, hold on. I'm at 2:59:31.
Okay, I'm at 2:59:35.
Hold on.
Ooh, you're almost right there. You're pretty much 1 second off. 1 second off. All right, let me just get
I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there.
All right. Okay, so you got it queued, right?
Yep.
All right. Hey, Birdie, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
Birdie? What's up, bro?
All right. Let's take yours off screen for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do we take yours off screen? Let's see.
Here, I'll pull it down real quick.
Okay, there I see it. I saw it.
There you go.
And I'm going to add this to stage. All right. We're at the same exact time.
This is crazy.
10:59 and 35 seconds. Listen to this. There's that call out.
Step back a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. That's still going on in that minute. Unless we did the math wrong, and I don't see how we possibly do, play your Brent, you're under arrest, and then what happens during your minute at that same minute from inside the place.
Yep. Hold on. Let me reshare this with you.
And it sounded like I mean, if you're shooting a semi-automatic pistol, you don't have to re-rack it after you shoot it once. But after that first shot, you heard like a
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that it almost sounds like they took him there. Lucy said your math is correct. So here we go. Sorry.
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. This is fucking point blank bullshit, fucking manipulating time bullshit. He's been dead for fucking hours and they lied about when it happened. This is fucking bullshit.
Insane, dude. This is fucking absolute. And we're standing directly across the hall from him, right in front of him. And none of what we just heard on your audio happens right now.
No.
This is crazy shit. Hold on. Here we go.
They edited all that shit out. They edited that shit out. Hey, where's all that screaming and yelling and pain and launching a big bang, and explosions and gunshots? And where's all that shit?
Yeah, the noise of them rushing the room, like you hear like banging around and shit.
It's not possible these two things are showing the same time. Time not synced. Okay. Okay. Let me get us all on stage. We'll say hi to Birdie, and let me ask the devil's advocate a question. First of all, Birdie, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I was just in the chat, but I have a couple of minutes right now, and I wanted to pop up because I actually opened it up right when you were losing your mind. You're like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Oh God, I can't exit out now. I got to see what he's freaking out about." Because I kind of had it on in the background a little bit, but just kind of being up here and listening in the last 5-10 minutes. Yeah, this is nuts.
So the one part we haven't done was the camera that you showed, the Motorola footage from the SWAT. Is their time off? Is their camera off and they're really showing an hour before or an hour later? Even so, what are the likelihood that at pretty much within a second of each other, you hear the same "Brent, you're under arrest" comment? Those line up directly, right? Pretty much directly. So can they be an hour off? Is there anywhere in Lana's video where you hear that shit that we just heard with the canisters?
I never heard. Listen, I've
gunshots?
never heard that before. That's what I was saying earlier. I've never heard that before tonight. I did this 3 years ago, Lee.
They fucked us. They totally fucking lied about this. They totally fucking lied about it.
The biggest part of this is we're standing here right now, sitting here looking at Kopacka's bedroom, basically the hallway to his bedroom.
Yeah.
And we're hearing all that stuff from your audio, and not a damn bit of that shit comes through here.
All right,
not even anything close to it.
Here's what I want to do. We're doing it fucking live. Here's what we're gonna do. I want you and I to get these two files and timestamps in place. And then we're going to find out whose ass we have to go to in the federal government to say, explain to the fucking public right there what just happened. Explain that. Because somebody fucking needs to go to jail for that shit if that's what they did. Because that's bullshit. And that's a flat out manipulation of the public. So
there's one of two things that happened. They either took your audio completely out of this video that I have, or vice versa. Okay.
But they can't redact that kind of audio like that without letting you know they're redacting it. There needs to be transparency in the redaction. So if they did just completely cut, but again, it's not that, Dago, because I'm guaranteeing you those guys aren't just going to stand in the hall with their dick in their hand doing nothing while a combat's going on across the hall. They're going to go get paid. So it's not happening.
Listen, Birdie's here, so I'm going to put on a tinfoil hat real quick.
I'll be right back, you guys. Be right back.
All right.
What if that this was an exercise, and for some reason, from a higher level, like I always talk about, they wanted to insert Brent Kopacka into this story, and so they use this as an opportunity to insert him into the story because of whatever other types of fuckery could have been going on. And that the reason why shit's messed up is because they inserted different things in different audio, and that the audio wasn't ever going to be lined up because the Brent Kopaka thing is a fairy tale.
Yeah. No, I
don't know.
If you don't mind, I'll riff off that briefly. I agree with you. I think that we have to understand that while publicly this can come across as if this is extremely corrupt and these people are dumbasses and they don't know what they're doing, and it's very obvious that we're looking at this and we see this within 30 seconds amongst many other things, just, I guess, parallel to the Idaho 4, right? But with this, you make a great point. If you wanted to divert people's attention, you would pick somebody like Brent Kopaka that does check every box of somebody who would be suspicious. And when I think about if it's that higher level and very meticulously planned, I go back to, you got to remember, not everyone who creates these type of operations is dumb. They're very smart. They've been doing this for a long time. Whether it's that or not, I think it's just a good point to bring up, JJ, is that these people have the wherewithal to think through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, this just is another thing we throw onto the list of inconsistencies that seem like fuckery.
We're in in DA, I don't know if you want to chime in on this, but dude, we're in like a time war. It's a time war. That's what this is.
I can't believe, because you're right, because it feels like they manipulated the timeline in the Idaho 4 thing. They manipulated the timeline, and those people were probably murdered hours before they tell us it did. And now you're coming over to an unrelated thing in a different state, different agencies, different state, and they're fucking with the timeline again. Like, what is the reason for even fucking with the timeline? What are they trying to hide? Like,
and this one doesn't have any national security around it. I mean, maybe, and I don't know if
Kopaka, I mean,
but there's nothing on it. Go try to Google anything about him, you know? There's just as much scrubbed on the Kopaka situation if you go to try to find the initial rumors of him and his involvement in the Idaho 4 as anything else in that case that originally came out, you know? That is a little bit sus.
I'm trying to talk myself off the ledge, because, like, is there any way we're making a mistake and we just got all spun up? We're all spun up, but are we all spun up for nothing? Because it's clearly we're an hour and off, and everything we just heard right here on my audio is going to be an hour later. Because that's the thing. Like, if you don't have any footage over there that correlates with my audio, then somebody's done some major fuckery. But where else would it be?
I told you I've never heard what you played us tonight. I've never heard that in 3 years ever.
Huh. Do we ever see them storm out of the room over across the hall into there? Do we ever see that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, so you should be able to skip through with the video.
Because it's been years since I've seen this, so.
Right. I don't remember that we did, Robin. I'm all the way at the end of this video.
I mean,
another explanation that I can think of is that they took him out with a sniper, but they needed to make it look like they gave him every opportunity in the world. So they added a lot of extra stuff, them saying, you know, talking, we are under arrest, Brent this, Brent that, and make it look like they made every effort to do something.
Well,
but maybe they took him out earlier, and that's why they added shit later.
Is anybody familiar off the top of their head with Washington's, like in Wisconsin, they call it red flag laws? I don't know if that's the same term, but it has to do with mental health and what the cops can do or not do when someone's having, a mental crisis. Yeah.
No,
so I don't know if that would be like, can they do a preemptive raid or use some sort of force based on community safety and not have to justify it and be shielded legally by that? I don't know.
Molly, if you can hear me, Steve, you can drop if part 2's out there, if you still have it, drop it in the Discord for me.
Part 2 of what?
There's supposedly another part to this video I'm looking for now.
Does that make sense though? What I was saying though, guys, like you could have some mental health crisis law that would allow them to
kind of like a HIPAA type law type thing.
Yeah, precisely. Yep.
Right.
Well, yeah, for it's like but the thing, Birdie, we've been talking about for like this whole time is why didn't they evacuate the building? It's like they were there all day.
Yeah.
I mean,
This-
if it's a training exercise, why not let the dog go piss? I mean, you know,
I'm
it's a
mad about the
training
dog. Why
exercise,
can't
let
the dog go piss?
go?
Or why are they all pisting in the corner in one place, you know?
Right. If they're not really pinned down.
All right,
What-
Molly, thank you. She's dropping me that in the back. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'm going to say one thing to JJ's point about what we've been talking about, whether it's training or not. And I think one, you'll probably reason with this too. I mean, you got more of the insight being part of NYPD and knowing law enforcement, but the question of how can they do this has really started to mess with my head to the point where I'm trying to challenge myself to not think and play by civilian law. And we have to understand that we are thinking in terms of civilian law. They can't do that, but we're not thinking in the light of what can the authorities do, right? Like how often are we even taught about certain things or training and stuff like that? I don't know if when you were training one, like, did you ever learn something where you're like, oh shit, like I can do that now that I'm a sworn officer?
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's stuff all the time. I mean,
yeah,
the laws are constantly changing.
Yeah, but or like privileges, maybe, I guess, or like you didn't know, like, oh, we can do this, like we can, you know, we can say that it was justified because of X, Y, or Z, and I don't know.
Yeah,
Drops
I mean that happens all the time.
That shot is the same shot that we've heard the whole.
Oh, it's called ERPO law. ERPO law is what Allie just said in the chat. ERPO law, Washington. Let me Google that.
That is. Let's watch this. Okay.
I can hear audio. Is there? Am I?
Yeah, she's got. I think he's got it backstage, and it's the audio is shared, so he's playing some audio from.
Okay, so this is part 2 of that video. Hold
Do
on.
I need to put it on stage? Or?
Okay.
Well, yeah, you can. You want me to pause? Hold on, I'll pause it. Go ahead.
No.
What were you going to say, Birdie?
I was just going to say, can I quick explain ERPO law? Because this is
no. Go ahead, bro. Sorry about that.
No. Sorry, and I don't want to intrude. I just Allie looked it up, and so
no, you're good.
Washington is one of the first states that adopted ERPO. It's under Washington's RCW 7.94 is the statute. Here's what they can do. A police officer, a family member, or a roommate, they can file a petition against the individual. A judge would have to issue a temporary ERPO without notifying the suspect or the subject. That person would be ordered to surrender firearms immediately. And if they resist, law enforcement, it goes to involuntary compliance to SWAT deployment. And it's underneath. It also correlates with the RCW 71.05, which is the Involuntary Treatment Act, which if the judge signed that, it looks like it automatically authorizes a mental health detainment.
Yeah. We have something similar to that in New York. They call it mental hygiene law.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
I've never heard of that within what I do ever. That's new to me. So interesting.
It's called the Extreme Rights Protection Order. Allie said that's what the acronym stands for.
When did they put that into play? Does it say like when it was enacted?
What year?
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
It may have been something that happened after I left, fire service. So
it says it was on the public ballot in November of 2016 when Washington voters passed it.
Okay.
It took effect in 2017. It expanded in 2018. And in 2022, this is interesting. They added an additional, and Washington state voters passed additional firearm safety laws and allowed data sharing between law enforcement and essentially gun owners or court records regarding people that are potential ERPOs to continue the efforts to integrate into mental health crisis response protocols.
Yeah.
Wow. And there's a use of force. Sorry, there's a use of force logic, guys, that says if there's a quote imminent threat, deadly force can be used. So we already know too with that, they're kind of as minimal judicial oversight, and there's going to be maximum narrative control if
Right.
that was ever used. I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did briefly look up. There are lots of legal recourse that can be done, including things like the police department can be decertified for manipulating evidence. All kinds of things could be done. It can go to the federal government level for criminal things. So yeah, there are recourses if they have manipulated, either agency manipulated the footage in such a way. Right? Then there are recourses to hold them accountable if that's what happened.
I wonder. See, this is, and I'll shut up after this. But now my brain again is just racing.
Good.
I wonder, is that a very similar thing where can you do stuff to the video or the audio or the court records under that
and get away with it under that law?
Yeah, so
Right.
it's not illegal. It's not like
Right.
so like to what you're saying, DA is like, of course, yeah, decertify. They've effed with the evidence, decertify them. But if that, I wonder if a judge would have that order, if that's something that could become public record, or does it fall under, and that's where it gets crazy, like what Dago said, does that shit fall underneath HIPAA? Because then you're never seeing it.
Right.
Wow.
That's a crazy thought, dude. Truly. That's the way that they could work the loophole they can use to get away with whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean?
And we just don't know about it.
Right. This
All right,
definitely. Go ahead, bud.
What are you going to show? What are you going to show us now?
No, this is the second part to that video because it shut down. The first one shuts
okay.
down at like 2 something, like 2:30 or 2:32, I think. And this comes. What's up, Robin? Oh, I thought somebody said.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Hopefully, so the idea is, are we gonna see in this video everything that we just heard in the other, and it's just a time snippage thing?
Hopefully we do, and if we don't, then we know that there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on out. Let me blow this back up. All right, so there's Lana again, but here we are, same spot. You can see it's the same place. Yeah. Oh, wait, 327. Sorry. Let's move forward a little bit. Same exact spot.
Yo, did he heard the projectile from the previous shot hit the WSU building behind the sniper team? I recognize the building directly behind the sniper team was an occupied residence hall. 29.
Once again, no evacuation.
30 seconds, let's see.
Insane.
So what she was just reading was a statement from somebody stating that there was something shot and it hit the building.
Yeah. They were saying it hit the Stevens building, or the Stevenson building.
And that was at 329 in some sense. And that's what I think she's pointing out right now, to be able to see if you can hear that, because she was doing the same shit we're doing right now back then.
On my audios, you do hear them talking about the Stevenson campus building.
Okay.
That right there, that round that one went to the tree branches. They have to get an angle on him. 3:30. We're at 3:29 and 49 seconds. See that fainted distance shot? We can hear when there's a shot in the room. Like, listen to this. Right there, that's a loud shot. You can hear it, right? Now listen, so that was at 3:29 and 43 seconds. Hear that noise right there? What was that? Not the beeping, but it was like a off in the distance. Anyways, where the hell can we hear Brent screaming that he is going to start killing people now? And this says that it comes at 3:31. Let's listen.
For the love of God, man, just show. Here's the thing. This is kind of where I want to close at some point tonight because I don't want to be here forever. What I want to do is hear what we heard on my video. What we heard on my video. I want to hear the gunshots, the canister firing into the room, the screaming, the screaming, the fighting, the fuck yeah. I want to hear all of that on this video. Where's that at? And
Nothing.
Yeah.
She was
Guys, yeah, I think it was the first floor, man.
Do we ever see him?
He's on the first floor too.
No.
Oh, right. Where is he? We never see him.
We don't even see this dude.
This is fucking crazy.
So, like, that dude could have not even been there.
There's somebody back there that we did see move a little bit earlier in that hallway, but we don't know who it is.
You know, and I'm gonna pop off after I make this point, but I've said this a lot as of late. I can go on X and I can watch so much cop body cam of violence happening, or of robberies or security footage, and you see it all, and they'll blur it or whatever it is, and you don't see shit.
One.
Yeah, Birdie. I brought this up a few times. I said it earlier again. NYPD, we get shootings all the time, and once they're done with the investigation, you'll see, they'll redact maybe just the face of the the perpetrator, but they'll show the whole thing.
You'll see blood on the ground.
Yeah,
and all that.
Where's the shot of the sniper that takes out Kopaka on this video? Is that on here?
I think it is. If you want, I'll start scrubbing slowly through it. And
scrub it, because I want to see, because these guys should certainly move. If the toe-to-toe combat, because what I want to refresh your memory, what I'd like to do is, if we don't see these guys ever go in and engage that room, then I want to play us out with that video one more time of the absolute fucking chaos and explosions and gunshots and fight going on, and to have that be the last thing you think about for the night.
Right.
If this is what it looks like and that's what it sounds like, then you tell me what the fuck just happened.
Thank you.
I'm gonna watch from the chat. Thanks for letting me pop up, boys. Good to see you guys.
Birdie.
Good to see you,
Good to see you,
Good to see you tonight, bro.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what we got here.
Number one, unreal. This is going to the Washington Attorney General. He's going to start killing people now. You a hoe. He's going to start killing people now. You are a fucking.
All right, we're at 3:31:34.
Haka went ahead and said to you, and that you heard him, that he was going to start, quote unquote, it's in quotes here, that he's going to start killing people now, starting with the people outside.
And here's the thing, like, she never believed it either. She didn't. So there's that.
She's saying the same thing I did. Where does he ever say I'm going to start shooting people outside?
Nobody's ever heard it except for what they said. So again, this goes back to what you said. These are provoking statements that are being made to get this man killed, period. In my opinion. Let me say it that way. Anyway, I'll scrub forward again. I'm sorry.
Quote. I need to come more into the camp. Another officer radioed. Oh my God. Of course, you don't hear that.
What at the living dirty South is happening here? Oh, here they're moving, right? Are they moving in there?
Looks like it.
I'm going to be embarrassed if the whole thing plays out just a different time because it was a simple time math thing.
I really don't think it is, though, Lee. I don't think it's
either. Because you've seen this before and you don't remember any of that shit.
No, I don't.
I don't think it's no.
We went through this pretty heartedly years ago. If anybody that's in here with me now will tell you.
Was that a bunch of glass breaking we're hearing and stuff?
Right there's a civilian, I think, sitting right there off to the right. You see that?
That's the guy whose apartment it is.
In the dark right there.
Yeah.
See right there?
He never left.
It's amazing.
Right there.
Watsy guy just sitting in there.
No pen, no paper.
So they're just sitting there while this gunfight. Brett could come running in there right now and start shooting the shit out of them, and they have that person sitting there that's in danger. This is stupid. It's
Yeah.
1-1. Come
I
on.
just cannot fathom. I cannot.
Well, let's stop for a second
It's
though.
ridiculous.
They asked him early on if they could use his apartment, and he said to some limited fashion, I guess. So maybe they didn't have consent to take over his apartment, and therefore maybe they couldn't kick him out of his place if he wanted to stay. So maybe they were just forced at that point to protect him, and just like, well, you're decided to stay here, so you're gonna stay here.
I don't know, dude. That's still not in my town. They would have forced him out. Period.
Yeah.
So again,
they wouldn't have given him a choice.
I need to find out when this is over and that we can see what's there. Because again, like I said, I want to leave everybody with that sobering thought. Because I swear it'll be impactful for anybody who stayed here. If they don't move in and we don't hear that shit, and then we play out with what they fucking come on.
Yep.
Somebody's fucking lying, and I think
badly
hours before.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you on that.
It's either he was killed hours before, or he's not even killed at all,
or he wasn't even in there, right?
And that's why the officer says, "I think he died hours ago." I think that when he did that whole I'm telling you, it's like I so want to just call the FBI right now and hey,
you need to watch this.
You guys need to watch these 2 files right now. And
grab your popcorn.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let me scrub some more real quick. $340. If this timeline's right, it should be coming up on him being shot like relatively quick here. And still haven't heard anything we heard on your audio.
No, nothing.
No, they're not storming the place or nothing.
At the rear of our apartment. And then you see that he's on body cams, like I said, and he's not writing anything down. Here. Inside, and 343 immediately reported that something came out of the bedroom. He's just sitting there.
342.
Smoke.
No, we've never seen Kopaka's face, by the way, for the people who
Nope. Not one time. They're still standing there. They haven't moved. They haven't rushed it. Nothing.
This dude's been, up in front. That's when Harris says, "Go."
345. It's like coming up close here.
Okay, so here we go. So he's gonna get up here in 10 seconds. He's pointing to Simon here, asking him where the fire exit is. Watch. The negotiators will escort him. He's pointing to Simon. This is the civilian who lives in 305 that just stayed here the whole time while they're doing this. I am dead. This would never fucking happen.
Nope.
I don't know any time when they're going to sit you down in class and say, "Hey guys, in a very violent room that we want to take over. Oh wait, you're able to sue."
Yeah, right. Nothing. No sound. No rushing. No nothing. Still. Hang on.
Yeah, because it lasts for like 10 minutes on my audio, so it would be hard to miss.
Yeah.
Well, if it was a whole hour off, it would be like 3:59, right?
Well, that's why I'm trying to say. Is it an hour off? Does it happen here?
Well, we're at 3:48, 49 now.
Yeah, it ought to be happening pretty soon.
I was more curious.
And if it is an hour and off, then
fired one round. Took. Advised over the radio that sniper had fired, and
come on.
Yeah, and on the audio we heard when they did fire the round, he was still. They missed him the first time.
The first time, yeah. I'm just going. I'm taking this frame by frame by frame, so there's nothing missed if it happens. All right, now they're walking. They must be escorting.
They want to stop it right here and say that they don't want to show the interior of a place. They're allowed to use blurry, so this is where I appealed it. Because I'm not asking to see Brent, I'm asking to see the interior. Able to get it where in fact Brent's drew how, so I do have an appeal in, and I actually requested more.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
That was allegedly where the windows were on the other side.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What time did they say that he was shot?
I don't know what time they said he was shot.
I think it was at like 3:50 or something in the morning. I'll be damned if it's not cut out of this too.
Yeah, because they were moving towards the door.
Right, and that was it.
According to what I see, 3:58 a.m. is when Brent Kopecker was shot and killed.
Okay, so if I back up, we're at 4:03, and there's nothing happening. 3:58. Hold on. Oh, these fuckers! You gotta be kidding me.
Wow.
I know. I got to study for a drone test, and I'm ready to fucking file appeals and have someone's ass and drive and do some ass kicking.
He said she filed an appeal too on this. Okay, so we're at 3:58:35. Nobody's moved.
Fuck this, dude.
Wow.
I don't know if people understand how much this.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Listen.
Fuck yes.
Listen real quick.
I was standing inside the second floor near the north stairwell door at this time, warming up. Garrett Willis was standing next to me and informed me that it was our sniper team that fired the round and that the suspect was hit. I heard a different caliber gunshot, and then immediately I heard a distance that could only be, and then immediately. No, you didn't.
3:50, 8:03, 3:57:54. I'm sorry. There it was.
Right there. That's a fucking miss. He does not fall. Does not fall.
That was the first shot.
Then, whoever is in that apartment, in Brent's apartment, with possibly Brent in his whatever room he is technically in,
Frisco, I think the story that I heard on my audio is the sniper fired one shot that missed, and they said one shot only. They confirmed one shot only, and it missed. And then you clearly heard on the audio that I played. He was still crawling around.
Down.
So he was still crawling around and alive for quite a while, and then he later took another shot, supposedly.
Okay, here's my question, Lee, real quick. If this took two shots, if the first shot was taken and missed, the dude probably hit the ground. Okay, how did they hit him on the second shot?
Right.
Well, that's a good question. Unless he got back up. It seemed like it was a while before the second shot. It wasn't right away. So maybe he got back up. Yeah.
I mean, this is fucking crazy, you guys. Yeah. I mean, absolutely insane to me. We're at 3:58:46.
Yeah, so he should be, the final shot should be right here. And he's probably not. He probably is already gone at that point.
5802 was the first shot.
Oh my God, guys.
Anytime now.
I know. Like, I feel like we've already answered the question.
I
There's
think
no,
we have.
there's
I
no
think
way
we
that audio
have.
that we hear happened. There's no way. No,
Dude,
well, and it didn't happen on this, right? It happened hours before this.
And it also could explain some of the questions we had listening to your audio that made no sense to us.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, this is, come on.
Well, can you like fast forward it so we still see their movement?
That's what I'm gonna do here. I'm thinking that when
Brent's
they,
bedroom.
I'm thinking when they leave this hallway area that's right after the second shot. When it right here, it's clarified obviously that he's down or something like that. All right, hold on.
That's it.
That's it.
And then this is so they want to stop it right here.
They cut it out. That's what they did. Is they cut it out. God damn it.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so fucking irritated right now.
I'm laughing because I am almost now 100% convinced one of these agencies has manipulated the footage, and it didn't happen the way that and so they've lied to the public and they've manipulated the footage. That is a crime.
Yeah.
And so that's it. Almost. I mean, I'm not making a formal accusation, but I'm going to fucking put it in writing.
Here's the thing. Even if what Bertie said about the that law, whatever, that would make sense. But you need to inform people, tell people that that's the deal, that we don't have the right footage, or it's not. It's been redacted. It's been changed. It's been whatever. Due to that, they never said that. So that's where the lie and that's where the problem is.
So what I need, the last thing I'm going to do. This is the last thing I'm going to do. Dago, first of all, what I need is I need to know the source of that video. And make sure that it's an unaltered video that I can cite and say, this is the source file and it came from this agency, so that I can reference it in my appeal letter that's going to go to really high up, so that I can also compare it with my footage that I have from Pullman Police Department and its raw version, so it's in its raw form from the source that we know where it came from, and have them say, go look at this agency's file, and we give it to the name, go look at this other agency's file, and we give them the name, and then we say, we believe it is clear proof that has been manipulated. One of these agencies is manipulated and should be criminal. And we need to know what the recourse is.
The first video I got was I got it from Truth and Transparency from Lana. I don't know where she got it from. I think she tried to FOIA the same. You know what I mean? She does a lot of FOIA. I don't know how she got it, but of course I'll give you the links to whatever you want. Part 2 is again from Lana. So both videos came from Lana, and I believe, if I remember correctly, that Lana had FOIA'd it from Them.
I don't know if anybody's friends with Lana, but we, for the sake of breaking this case, we have to get Lana to tell us the actual source for agency that gave it to her, so that we can
I'll ask
source
her.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll ask her. It's no problem. I'm close to her.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do, folks. It's late for me. I got to study for a test.
Yeah.
I want to end this show by playing for you. We just saw he scrubbed a whole bunch of footage. Nothing from the people that are SWAT that's standing across the street, the room from Kopeka, is consistent with what you're going to hear coming up. Nothing is consistent. Brent Kopeka is supposedly still alive. They've taken a shot at him and they missed. Later, they take a shot at him and they get him, is the official story. Nothing, even remotely, will sound like what I'm going to play for you for about 9 minutes on the way out. You listen to this and you fucking think about that for a really long time, and you tell me how somebody didn't manipulate footage in this case. All right. Do you guys want to say goodnight before real brief goodnight before I play us out with that video?
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us again. Amazing stuff, Lee. I really appreciate you getting us that audio and all that stuff. I've never heard that before. Very, very good live. Amazing live. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, and thank you. I'm hoping I'm at 10:59. So this is where it's going to play from the rest of the way out. I'm going to put it on screen. I'm going to double check. Somebody give me a 1 when that starts to play. Oops, shit, piss, motherfucker. Pardon me. What we got to do is I want to put it on full screen without any of us on screen. So I know this is an uncharacteristic way to end the night, but I think it's too powerful. We just listened and saw nothing happening like what you're going to hear right now at the same time frame at 2:59 a.m. Listen to this and think about it on the way out. Thanks for everybody coming to the show tonight. Let's go get some justice done and file some complaints and see if we can break this thing loose. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night,
Night, everybody.
Right.
Have a great night, folks.
Bree and Aaron going to suck back a little bit.
We are.
That was a slump shot.
That was another shot by him.
That was another one, yeah.
Pullman 456. There was another shot fired.
Still two of you down there?
Yep.
Okay.
Pullman 456. Another shot. Damn it. If he jumps down, I'm just piling like this, but he's right there, so we don't really.
Copy. He's been staying in the bedroom below the window frame. I can see him throw things, but I do not see him. Copy. He's in the living room now. Exit the bedroom with the gun. Black handgun in his hand.
You said black handgun? Okay.
Free Darren if they shoot him up there, or we're holding our position here until told otherwise, okay?
Yep.
He came out again and was back inside.
My hips are starting to hurt. Happy birthday to me. Zero 0656, are you back in JRD? Five, 6 copies. Make sure.
We're all here.
Someone get this guy a cigarette.
You guys good down there?
Yep.